Hello, hello. Welcome. Ooh. Wow. My headset's charged. Alright. Where's my... Alright. I don't know what happened. My chat disappeared. Huh. Anytime I click away, it looks worse. Wait. What is happening? I saw it a moment ago. Oh, there we go. Alright. That's fixed. Welcome in, everybody. It is me, the Taku, and today we are going to be continuing Rogue Trader. So let's get straight into it. Wow. It's like a little hair or something that just landed in my eye the moment that I started stream. But today, this week's full of Warhammer for some reason. Well, I say for some reason like it's some kind of mystery. I love Warhammer. And we're continuing to get more and more into it. But today, we're going to be continuing more Rogue Trader, seeing how far we can get and kind of going from there. But this week is going to involve a lot of Warhammer. Welcome into K. Scott. Welcome in. Yes, you are first. Welcome in. Fell asleep before Monday stream. No worries. Actually, since you're here, I do have an update for you. I updated stream on Monday, but to make a long story short, I had to end things with that the woman I asked out on a date. I had to end things. We didn't even get to go on the date. There was too many red flags. I had to back out while it was still safe. So just so you are caught up on lore, that's not happening anymore, which is kind of sad. The good news is that I updated my dating profile, but the bad news is, yeah, lots of red flags. But K. Scott says, "Oh wow, at least you found out early." Yeah, I wasn't sure whether to talk about it too in depth on stream because on the off chance, I mean, all my streams are recorded indefinitely and saved indefinitely. So for that reason, because I wasn't really sure what to think about her, I didn't really want to talk about her too much. But considering that it's all over now, I'm more open to talking a bit more openly about it. But to make a long story short, we talked over text for a few days, but she displayed some pretty glaring red flags on day one of texting that were so enormous that I honestly was kind of already disinterested by day one. What I've managed to suss out is that she's a very angry person, like prone to like lashing out and cussing people out. And she's also very petty and vindictive. And all those things combined, I was kind of like, yeah, I don't really want to go on a date anymore. So, yeah, it's pretty bad. It was day one because she was talking about, what was it? We had managed to find out that we had both worked in like customer service before, and she, like, I know how rough it is, but she was talking about how she has gotten into like yelling matches like at work with customers and like cussing people out and flipping them off, and she was bragging about how many times she's been written up without getting fired or something, which is kind of wild to me. So for that reason, I was like, yeah, I mean, and it's, I mean, don't get me wrong, everyone says something out of anger at some point in their lives, you know, it happens, but the problem wasn't simply the lashing out, it was that she would add smiley faces at the end of these things, like she's kind of proud of... She's very much, like, proud of what she did. She's not, like, like when I say stuff out of anger, I get a bit like a bit regretful and remorseful about the thing, because I don't like when my negative emotions get the better of me. It doesn't happen very often, but when it does happen, then I do apologize for it, and I am remorseful over it. But for her, it's not that. She's very like, yeah, I cussed him out. Smiley face. So it's a little sketchy. She self-describes herself as petty, which is also kind of sus. I asked her to elaborate on, what's the most pettiest thing she's done. She's brought up like a few incidents, but like in no real detail, because she doesn't want to explain what happened, which is also kind of a red flag. So I can only assume the worst in that situation. But yes, it is definitely excessive. I mean, don't get me wrong, like I've talked to customers that have really pissed me off. But even when I'm pissed off, like I don't, it's not the go ahead to lash out at somebody, So she's self-described people hater, which is kind of, I think before stream I'd say I was more people hatey, but now that I've been streaming for like 2 years, I wouldn't really say that. I say there's of course people that I don't like, and I feel like everybody has people they don't like, but I'm not like closed off from the world and unwilling to talk to anybody, you know what I mean? So that's a bit of a red flag. I tried to ask her, what was it? One of my questions was like, how would you describe yourself, and how would other people describe you? She says that she doesn't care at all what other people think of her, so she doesn't know what other people think of her. But if she had to describe herself, she puts her friends before herself. Kind of a green flag. There were like 2 other things. I think people hater was one of those. I don't know. Anyways, so we barely had anything in common on top of that. We barely had anything in common, and the things that we do have in common are like aspects of myself that I don't really like, and even then there's differences. Like we have in common that like sometimes our anger gets the best of us, but in my case it's very rare, and I'm apologetic when it happens. In her case, it seems like it happens all the time, and she's not apologetic in the slightest. So, yikes. Anywho, yeah, that's pretty much how that went. And it pretty much ended when I was like, I got a good feel for what she's like, and I kind of explained, like, this seems like this is how you are. Lists how she is in a way that's not negative. I just list out the things I've noticed. And she's like, says something along the lines of like, yeah, it's so, we're quite different. It makes me a little hesitant or something like that. Maybe like hesitant to go on the date or something. And I was like, yep, that's my cue. So then I sent a message being like, I agree. I don't think we're compatible. But, thank you for your time. And, yeah. So, yeah, that's how that ended. It's, yow. Like, don't get me wrong, like, I know that everybody's got their own red flags. I've seen quite a few in a short span of time. Of all the red flags, I think angry and petty are probably, and maybe 2 I didn't really consider as being deal breakers for me, but after having spoke with her, I'd say it's definitely an issue for me. because like I don't really want to be close with, or especially in a relationship with somebody that is prone to very angry outbursts. Being proud of the outburst on top of that, and then being petty. So, you know, that would essentially be a recipe for disaster if I'm on her bad side. So, for that reason, I was like, yeah, I'm good, I think. So yeah, it's a little sad, but, you know, hopefully I'll be able to update my dating profile in such a way that I'll just do stuff through my dating apps instead again. So, anywho, but yeah, I haven't gone on a date for pretty much since I started stream, or around when I started stream, like 2 years ago. So it's been a really long time since I've been on a date, but I think this is definitely for the best. So, anywho, but yeah, that you're caught up. That's the lore dump. But yeah, I'll probably tell that story a few more times over the course of the next few days. But anywho, but glad to have you join us tonight, K. Scott. I hope you have a wonderful time. I hope you have a wonderful time with us, chatting, lurking, whatever you may. And we're gonna play some Rogue Trader today. So the plan for this week is a lot of Warhammer stuff. I'm becoming more of a Warhammer guy by the moment. Today will be Rogue Trader. Friday is a planned community Darktide stream for anybody who wants to play Darktide together. And Saturday will be a variety stream. I'm not quite sure what I want to do yet, but at some point I would like to play Dawn of War, since that's... I played Dawn of War on Monday. Dawn of War is really, really good, by the way. Highly recommend. That game is awesome. But I want to play that a little bit on Saturday, so we'll have to see about that. Anywho, all right. But first, I need to up my skill tree, so we'll have to take a look here to find out exactly what we should do. So as for myself, Inspire, the target gains 5% damage and 5 additional damage. For every 10 stacks, a tactical advantage. What? I don't... Tactical advantage. I'm not... Oh, there it is. I was gonna say, I don't know what tactical advantage even is. Oh, and you're welcome, by the way, K. Scott. Sorry, I read the thank you, but I didn't really respond to it. But, you're welcome. I am... Even with the way it turned out, it was really good for me to ask her out. I have no regrets about doing so. I mean, ultimately it didn't work out, but I think that it helped me prepare for... To find the task of asking someone out a lot less daunting. And a little bit of a confidence boost as well. That she was willing to talk with me for a while, even though it was pretty sus. The red flags were, wow. But, yeah, I'm glad I had done so. The Master Tactician gains 1 stack of tactical advantage. Tactical advantage? Yeah. Tactical advantage per every 5 momentum gained by Master Tactician or their allies. Begins combat with the number of tactical advantage stacks equal to their fellowship bonus. Okay. So that is pretty cool then. Maybe that might be good. And K. Scott says, yeah, I'm glad too. See, I don't know if she was faking having a virus or not, but ultimately I'm glad that we didn't go on a date. I mean, I guess my thought, when I ended it, my thought was like, yeah, I could go on the date, but I'm at a point where I'm like, it doesn't really matter if we're going to get along. the anger issues might pose a much larger problem in the future, and that's not really a foundation I want to build anything on. So, but yeah, that's what happened with that. Anywho, the target ally or the master tactician gains 1 resolve for every 5 stacks of tactical advantage. What? I think Inspire makes the most sense to me. I don't know. Oh, these are all features. Okay, I'm not really sure. I think I'll do Inspire. The problem is that I'm not really too sure about the amount of stacks I have of tactical advantage. I think that'll be a little bit of a difficult point. Welcome into Appy. Welcome in. How art thou, Appy-chan? How art? Welcome in. I'm trying to do my skill tree. Last to the end of combat. Heroic act. Yeah, I don't really know. I don't know about this. Tactical advantage stacks equal to their fellowship bonus. But my fellowship is 40, which is not super great. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. Appy says first fart of the day. Broke the fart seal. You feel good. Last 2 nights were gruesome. What happened the last 2 nights? What happened, Appy-chan? In the last 2 nights? I noticed you didn't stream yesterday. This might be good. Hold on, I'm just gonna finish reading these real quick. Okay. Appy says, I was tired, went to bed late on Sunday night, so I fell asleep around 9:30-ish on Monday, but I didn't sleep through and got up around 1:30-ish. Couldn't fall asleep till 6 a.m. That is a true classic. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Like, lately, I don't know if it's just the summer heat, but I've been having a hard time sleeping too. Like, I keep waking up in the middle of the night. I don't know why. But I feel ya, Appy. I feel ya. Sorry you're going through that, Appy. Yesterday felt like my brain is fried. Exactly. That's the importance of a good night's sleep. Absolutely. Hold on. What is brace for impact? Unyielding beacon. What even uses unyielding beacon? Sorry, a lot of reading. Hold on. Oh, allows of wearing a power armor. Hmm. Okay. Brace for impact might be good. I'm still not too sure about this, like... What the hell is brace for impact? Hold on. What is that? Daring breach. Sworn enemy. Yeah, I don't know what brace for impact is. That doesn't really make any sense to me. And thankfully I slept well last night, so I'm ready to go. Nice. Very... Oh, there it is. Brace for impact. Okay. Very nice, Appy. Very, very nice. Excellent. I hope you're able to enjoy your night tonight. There we go. I'll do it that way. Each third enemy... There's so much stuff here. Hold on. I need to read a ton of stuff. Appy says, what about you? Did you go on a date yet? No. I canceled the date. I explained it last night, and a little bit the case got a moment ago. The reason I didn't talk in depth about it was because of the possibility that she might see the stream in like a later date. Not literal, at a later time, since all my streams are recorded. But since I'm not going on the date, I can talk freely about it. The reason I didn't go on a date with her is specifically because she's very prone to like very angry outbursts. So the first day that we were talking, I had mentioned we both found that we work in customer service, or had rather, at some point. And so I thought we had that in common. But she started bragging about the amount of times that, like, she's gotten into, like, shouting matches with customers at work. She's cussed people out. She's flipped them off. And she's bragging about this, by the way. So she's not remorseful in the slightest. She's adding, like, little, like, smiley faces at the end of all this, like, telling me this. And she was also bragging about how many times she got written up at work but didn't get fired. What also another red flag. She self-describes herself as hating people, and self-describes herself as very petty as well. And when I asked her to kind of, you know, give me an example of a time she was petty, she didn't really... She mentioned some stuff, like, really vaguely, but she didn't elaborate in any detail. She was just kind of like, oh, this is one time, but I probably shouldn't talk about that, and blah, blah, blah. So for that reason, there were way too many red flags, so I decided to cancel. I was telling this to K. Scott earlier, but, like, everybody has moments where, like, they let their anger get the best of them, and they say something that maybe they probably shouldn't say. For me, it's very rare that my anger gets the best of me. When it does, I'm pretty remorseful over having said something out of anger. For her, it seems like anger gets the better of her very, very frequently. And when it does, she's not remorseful in the slightest. She's very much like... She didn't say this directly, but based on the way she talks about it, it kind of makes me feel like if you made her angry and she lashes out at you, it's because you deserved it. So, for that reason, that plus the petty thing, I don't want to be forming any relationship or even a friendship with someone that is prone to being petty or having very angry outbursts super frequently. So I was like, to me, I thought it doesn't really matter if we get along well on the date. I don't want to form any kind of anything with this person, because if I do get on her bad side, then I'm going to have to kind of watch my back for her petty behavior or angry outbursts. So I was like, yeah, no. So, yep. That date with that girl, it's not happening. There's no way. So, but yeah. Anywho, that's what happened. That's the short version of it. There's like other small red flags as well, but the biggest ones being angry and petty. So, yeah. Long story short, I declined. So, anywho, that's what happened. Now let's see. Additional... What was I doing? I think I was going to do one of these. I think over-penetration would be better. Yeah, I think this would be good. Okay. Assassin gains agility, damage reduction. And Appy says it's your call at the end. Yeah, I am very confident I made the right choice. I do not want to date a rager. Like, she rages, like, pretty hard, it seems like. based on the things she said, no, absolutely not. So, yeah. I don't know. It's kind of like in the same vein of like the Costco punching guy, you know? It's like, if you let your emotions get the better of you like that, I don't know, man. I don't know. And are you going back to the restaurant she works at? I mean, eventually, yeah. Eventually, yeah. It seems like we... Okay, so the way that it ended... sorry. Yeah, the way that it ended was... I pretty much described, like, the things she told me so far, and tried to, like, guess at her personality. And she said something like, yep, you got it. We're so different. That's why I'm a little hesitant. She didn't really specify what she was hesitant about. I'm assuming it's about the date. So I was kind of like, that's my cue. So I typed out a message and I basically said, like, I agree. We are quite different. I don't think we're compatible. So it was nice talking to you. Hope you don't mind if I still come by the restaurant. And she said it was fine. So, but yeah, it's all good. I'm hoping. I don't know. She said she's petty, so I'm not really sure if it's actually fine or not. But I don't really plan to go to the restaurant for a while. Regardless of her, I don't plan to go to the restaurant for a while. I've been eating there like every week for the past like several months, and it's kind of driving me nuts. I really need to just take a break from that place because I've had that food way too many times. So it is a special place to me, but I need some time away from it because you can only eat the same thing so many times, you know. But welcome into Mandy. Mandy says, here to lurk till I'm done with Wednesday's second season, LOL, on the last episode that's available. Nice. Very nice. Well, I didn't watch Wednesday, but the girl that plays Wednesday, she is... Well, it's funny that you're watching Wednesday on a Wednesday, by the way. The girl that plays Wednesday is in season 2, I think, of You on Netflix. So I don't know if I'll be able to watch the show and not think of her in the season of You. In You, she plays like one of the characters' like younger sister or something. She's like bordering onto like a main character. She had a lot of screen time. But anyways, neither here nor there, I guess. But I hope you enjoy your lurk. Hope you enjoy. This is... I don't know if this is dumb or not. What does this mean? The assassin's next single target attack will have a minus 50% armor penetration penalty with a minimum of 0 armor penetration. What? I don't... My brain's not on enough for that. This doesn't make any sense either. The assassin attacks, granting 40% dodge to the target of this attack. Why would I want to increase my enemy's dodge? Okay, this is basically just hemorrhage. Well, actually, becoming the lowest priority target is probably the best. I'll do that instead. Okay. Also, hello, Taku. I'll be back. Okay. Hope you enjoy your lurk. Hope you enjoy your show. All enemies in that area are forced to reroll successful dodge and parry tests against all attacks. Any enemies that suffer damage and are left with less than 16 wounds. That sounds pretty good, actually. Man, the first hour of stream is just reading. Well, let's see. Oh, I had a really disappointing burrito today. I know that's kind of out of nowhere, but... Dude, I paid like 14, 15 bucks for a burrito today at a restaurant I haven't tried yet. First off, dude... When I went there, I can't prove it, but I'm pretty sure that I heard a dog barking in the kitchen. It's like, either I'm gonna have the best burrito of my entire life, or I'm gonna get food poisoning from like a lack of really basic food safety measures. It's like, do you have a dog in your kitchen, ma'am? I'm pretty sure I heard a dog bark, like twice, and I'm pretty sure I heard you tell the dog to sit. So, I'm pretty sure there's a dog back there. I can't be certain, but I'm pretty sure. And did it contain cow teeth? No, thank goodness. That one time, dude, that one time I genuinely thought like I pulled a tooth out of my mouth or something. Or like my own tooth. It turns out it was just like... I don't think it was cow teeth. I think it was like pig head or something. But yeah, I thought that was my tooth for a second. When I like almost cracked my tooth on it. Yeah, that was... It's where they get their mystery meat. Yes. For anyone that's lacking context, there was one time, there was a food truck that I really loved to go to before at my old job. I got cabeza meat, which is like, it's like pig head meat. It's kind of like a fattier meat for burritos. Anyways, I think I got, no wait, no, not a burrito. I think it was a sandwich that time. Torta or something. It was like a sandwich. Anyways, I bit into the sandwich and I bit on something like super, super hard and I thought I cracked my tooth. I pulled the hard thing I bit out of my mouth and it was like a tooth. Like half of a tooth. But yeah, is it? I thought it was pig head. Is it cow head? I mean, it could be either. I'm not too sure. But pig or cow, it was an animal head meat. I pulled like half a tooth out of my mouth. It wasn't my tooth, by the way. It was whatever head meat they sawed. They appear to have sawed like half a tooth off, and they put it in the meat. So, but yeah, I don't know. We can find out through the power of the internet. What is cabeza meat? Oh, I guess we're kind of both right. It says, the AI overview says cabeza meat in Mexican cuisine refers to the meat from a cooked animal head, usually a cow, but sometimes a pig. So it could be either or. But I guess cow is the more likely one. I thought it was pig though, but yeah, technically we're both right. But yeah, yeah. And then after that, I opened the sandwich to see if there was anything else dubious that I might bite into. They also included pig/cow skin. There was like this giant like slab of either skin or like fat. It was just undiscernible. Just like this clump of something that resembled like skin and fat. And then after that, I think I just threw out the sandwich. So, but yeah, it was pretty disgusting. But yeah, that's a little bit of a lore dump for you, for anyone that doesn't know the context of that story. But the burrito with extra calcium, that thing was so dangerous, dude. Honest, I should have brought it back. Like, I really don't like to... If I don't like the food somewhere, I generally just don't complain about it. I just don't go back. But I kind of feel like this wasn't just... I really should have gone back to tell them, because it's not just like a, oh, this was kind of... This food was not very good, I want to complain about it. It's not like that. That food's literally dangerous. I literally bit into, like, a tooth bone in my food. They should probably just throw the meat out. I don't know how they prepared it, but that thing's dangerous. So, but yeah. Anyways, and Appy moved his desk. Where'd you move your desk to, Appy? Did you move it to Jay's old spot? Classic. Classic. Honestly, I would rather work in... Well, I don't know. You sit next to Shaq now. Oh, that's very... Wait, so then where did E move to? Did E move to like a different area? Did you guys just trade desks or something? The new guy took Jay's spot. Oh, I see. I hope everyone tells the new guy exactly why Jay got fired. Oh, she moved to the other department. Damn. No more juicy gossip for Appy, huh? Damn. I feel like that lady's like the top source of knowledge of gossip, I feel. Ooh. For one round, all allies within the range of 8 cells gain the ability to move to the area. One combat tactic area. I don't know. This Killzone stratagem is really good, but these other ones are pretty cool too. Oh, Held in My Gaze is pretty cool. Dude, there's so many cool Psyker stuff here. Why don't I have these? Why is it all Cassia? Come on. We're both Psychers. I want some too. Okay, I think Killzone stratagem makes the most sense. To me. For now. Okay. And I'll see her from time to time, and she's the queen of tea. I believe that. I believe that. It makes me sad to know that, C It makes me sad to know that C is like HR's best friend. I thought C was cool, but she's actually just a traitor. That's so sad. That makes me upset. I gave her a hug and everything when I left. That's sad. She was a traitor all along. She allied herself with HR. That's crazy. Yep. Because I thought she hated work. So I'm not really sure why she's like allies with HR. But not talking to C, she's gonna snitch, not gonna lie. Yeah, if I was still there, I wouldn't be talking to her either. Absolutely not. There's normal, sane, wonderful people, and then there's people that align with the evil HR. So, two separate parties. And she hated your ex-supervisor. Ah, yes. A reasonable crash out. Sorry, I got bubble tea, but I totally forgot you guys might be able to hear me eat, so I had to mute my mic. Anywho, kind of funny since the Queen of Tea hates him too. He's got like dad energy, but like as a person, I like him. As a boss, I have very mixed emotions about him. On one hand, I'm like, I learned nothing from this guy. I'm just fully stagnating in my growth in the company because this dude is just not helping me whatsoever. And sometimes his requests are unreasonable. But I don't know. The dad energy is a little bit nice. It gets me free stuff sometimes. And what flavor? Coconut. Some coconut flavor. So, I'm a big fan of coconut myself. But yeah, the little tapioca pearls at the bottom of the bubble tea, they're kind of hard, or not hard, but tough, I guess. So that is kind of rough. But the drink itself is nice. The flavor's nice. It's just the texture is not super great. But you don't like coconut, Appy? I love coconut, dude. I love, love, love coconut. Same thing with Almond Joys. That's the reason I like Almond Joys. It's for the coconut. The almond, I don't know why they call it Almond Joy. I feel like the almond is the least enjoyable part of the whole experience. The whole reason to eat an Almond Joy is specifically for the coconut, not for the almond. The almond kind of sucks, so. I don't know. I mean, I guess it wouldn't be an Almond Joy without the almond. But it's kind of like it's not a pizza without the crust, you know what I mean? It's like no one really wants the crust, but it's part of the pizza. That's kind of what it's kind of what an Almond Joy is like. Like nobody really wants the almond, but it's not an Almond Joy without the bad part, you know? So anyways, let's see. This one doesn't really, like, Biomancy's cool, but it doesn't really tell me Does this like unlock more skills or something? It doesn't really elaborate on what that means. Um, Mind rupture. Actually, wait. No, never mind. Bounty hunter recovers one charge of hunt down the prey. Oh. If claimed the bounty kills a target marked as prey, the bounty hunter receives 2 AP. That's pretty cool. I'll take that. Okay, finally. After nearly an hour, we're finally finished with the skill tree. Okay, there. Now we can continue on as usual. I'm gonna start using Dawn of War controls with this game, which is kind of rough. I've been playing... Dude, I played like 14 hours of Dawn of War over the past like 3 days. Which is crazy to me because I guess lately, honestly, like I play games for fun, but I really love having achievements. So the idea that there's just no achievements for Dawn of War, yet I'm still playing it. I mean, it says a lot about how awesome the game is. It used to be I play games for fun entirely, no achievements involved, but now I like kind of need the achievements. So, anyways, but yeah, K. Scott loves coconut. So true. It's so good, dude. I love coconut. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. And unless it's stuffed cheese crust. Oh yeah, I guess so. You do have a point there. You do have a point. And Dawn of War 4 has announced. I'm really skeptical about it. I don't really want to be all doom and gloom about it, but I'm really skeptical because it's not by Relic, which might be a good thing, might be a bad thing. It's by the guys that made Iron Harvest. I think they have the right idea. It's all a matter of execution. Iron Harvest, as I understand, is also another real-time strategy game that is kind of similar to Dawn of War. But the game itself is very mid. It's not very good, but it's not very bad either. It's just kind of like okay. So I am a little bit worried about how that's going to turn out. I mean, I guess they have the opportunity to learn from their past mistakes and make a good game. But I am a little bit worried of how Dawn of War is going to come out. But it does seem like, as I understand, based on the snippets of how they describe their own game, it seems like they want to return to the format of Dawn of War 1, which is for the best. As I understand, Dawn of War is the best one. Dawn of War 2 is not bad. I think if you compare it to 1, it's not as good as 1. But if you let Dawn of War 2 stand alone on its own, I hear it's like a pretty decent game. And then Dawn of War 3 is just straight up terrible. So, but didn't Relic make Dawn of War 2 and 3? They fell off hard, so I'd rather give the other guys a shot. Yeah, I think so. But I thought Relic made Dawn of War 1. Did they not? Or was that somebody else? I thought they made all 3. I mean, I'm not sure, but I think if they just, honestly, in my opinion, if they just remade Dawn of War 1, just make it with like the modern versions of all the classes or all the factions, update the graphics, update the maps, add more buildings and variety to playable classes, I think that's honestly all I need. I don't really need anything else. I think and achievements obviously, but the formula of one is really amazing to me. There's something really that I like a lot about Dawn of War 1. It's just generally really fun to me. They did make 1, but their most recent is 3, so screw them. Yeah. I think 1, they just need to return to 1. 1 is exactly what I'm looking for, and I feel like it's what a lot of the Dawn of War fans are looking for. It's also a pretty good, so I'm unsure about whether or not to buy Dawn of War 2. It is $10. However, whoever, I think Relic is in charge of the remaster for Dawn of War 1 as well. I think whoever did the remaster got interviewed. One of the spokespeople got interviewed recently and was asked specifically, like, are you guys planning to do a Dawn of War 2 remaster? And that guy said, there's only one way to find out. Which is super sus. So, I think they're gonna do it. I don't know if it's gonna be anytime soon, but it does seem like that's something they're planning to do. Which makes me unsure about whether or not I should just get the second game. Because I'm like, I mean, I'm gonna be busy with 1 for a while anyways, you know? I don't need to jump straight into 2, but I imagine that with the hype of 1, they'll probably not discount 2 as hard as they already have. And I could play 2 now. So, I don't know. Anyways, let's get back to it.
My warp sight reveals something.
But yeah, I really do want to continue, I do want to continue playing Dawn of War 1.
Over there!
Let's see. People in the crowd look greedily at goods for which they have neither coupons nor money. The indistinct hum of discontented voices hangs over the crowd. The street vendors seem to be lacking some essentials, and, in their importance, the people do not hold back their angry exclamations and curses. Damn. Why is this guy's...
This could be an opportunity.
This guy's box is highlighted, like I can grab stuff from him? What is that down there? There's like a whole box under the ground. Interesting. Okay, sorry, I need to figure out what we're doing. Let's see. What do we have on... What do we have on Footfall? That's what I want to resolve. We still have Persona non grata. Find the disgraced stranger in the Adeptus Amacicus bar in Footfall Shadow Quarters. That's definitely on... that's definitely on Footfall, but... And this one's on the bridge, so... Let's do this. I don't know where to find the Adeptus Amacicus bar, though. What did we just finish the other day? We did, like, a side quest about, We did a side quest. Was it Secrets of the Cult? No. I'm not sure. We'll just move on. It's fine. Let's go do this. Persona non grata. And welcome into Alistor. Welcome in. How are you, Alistor? How's life? Appy says, to be fair, I didn't play Dawn of War 2. Then again, you don't need to dip your finger in and taste it to know that it's a human manure. Actually, what I heard is that Dawn of War 2 is actually pretty good. It's not as good as Dawn of War 1. As I understand, Dawn of War 1 is like pretty much perfect. Dawn of War 2 is not bad, but it's not exactly the same as Dawn of War 1. It takes a step in the wrong direction, but it's still not that bad. Dawn of War 3 is garbage. So, the running joke on Dawn of War, the Dawn of War subreddit, people are making the exact same joke over and over again. It's always some variant of like, why did they jump from 2 to 4? Why did they jump straight to the 4th game after 2? What happened? So people are just not acknowledging that 3 exists, but they do acknowledge that 2 exists, generally. So 2 has a fan base. So for that reason, I am a little bit interested, but only a little, you know? If it's like $50, I'd be like, no, but if it's like $10 for like 3, kind of like 3 games, sort of. It's like 1 game with 2 substantial DLCs for $10. So in that way, I'm like, Alistor says, I have a cool business idea, woodworking idea. Make wooden axes and swords and daggers and sell them at the fairs. Because, like, how many cool uncles wouldn't buy their nephews and nieces swords? So true. So true. I think that would be fun. That would definitely be fun. I mean, well, it depends how sharp the swords are, and it depends how good the wood is sanded. Because I could also definitely see an angry parent with a lot of money putting a lawsuit in, being like, my son got a splinter from this sword that was sold at the fair. And then he hit someone else with the sword and gave them a splinter or something, you know? So it kind of depends. It would be fun, though. It would be fun. I'm just worried about angry people putting in lawsuits. But yes, it is cool. And I have to finish cleaning and straighten my garage, LOL, to even be able to start. Ah, have you done woodworking before, Alistor? Is that your passion, mayhaps? Under a layer of rust, scratches, and ancient paint, the silhouettes of long erased letters are barely visible. Undoubtedly, in the past, this filthy sign was adorned with the proud name of the bureaucratic heart of the entire Imperium, Adeptus Administratum. Oh, isn't this where I have to go?
I always keep my
Or is it?
options
Wait.
open.
Adeptus Amacicus. Oh wait, no, it's right. Adeptus Administratum, but it says Adeptus Amacicus, so yeah. Okay. This is where I need to go. I do need to go this way. I have to sell him a real sword then. If it's gonna be dangerous already, why not real sword? That's the real question. Before you is a compartment of a massive void ship adapted into a living space. From inside the building, the clinking of glasses and numerous voices can be heard. Cool. And they wouldn't be sharp and like a thick edge so they don't snap. And they would be sanded pretty good, like 240 grit plus a polyurethane coating. Nice. And I love woodworking, just haven't had time and money to do it for the last few years. Time to get back into it, Alistor. It's time to get back into it. It's important to make time for your passions. Hold on, let me turn my light on. Hold on. Put this on real quick. Alright. Here we are. I need my kid to be a little older so he can hang out in the shop and not try to help. Do you have one of those, like, scary saw blade things for woodworking? I would be super worried about that. I would not let my kid anywhere near that. No way.
Nice little spot. It's good to see folks enjoying themselves. Even the air in here feels nicer to breathe.
An entire establishment dedicated to unproductive and parasitical pursuits. A waste of station space.
Damn. Pretty goods, though. Okay. Have a table saw and a bandsaw. Nice. I heard... I could have sworn I saw a demonstration of, like, a woodworking saw that somehow, if you, like, tap it wrong, the blade, like, breaks or stops so that you don't cut your finger or something like that. I don't know how true that is. And I also kind of feel like a blade just, like, breaking while you're using it is probably more dangerous than if you just sliced your finger off, right?
I'm still new to the art of
I mean, I guess what do
exploring.
I know? I'm not a woodworker, but... let's go here. We need to find that lady we're looking for. The one that was talking to the governor or whatever. I don't know who. What is that? Sanctified chainsword engine. Nice. Oh yeah.
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
Bandsaw has a lockout key and a lockout switch. That one's pretty safe if plugged in. The table saw is like a horrible old contractor grade saw and 100% not safe. Okay, maybe I'm thinking of a bandsaw then. Maybe that's the one I'm thinking of. I thought I heard something about, like, increased protections for that kind of stuff. Nope. What's happening? Oh! By the throne, that's him, isn't it? The poor sap who got his tongue cut out by the anvers. That dude just smoked himself. R.I.P. This is a long... Okay. That's the one. I think he was from the Casablanca. Well, his troubles are over now. Are they, though? Saw stop. They have a break inside and a moisture monitor, so if the wood has a too high of a moisture content, it can activate the brake, but it's meant to stop the blade and pull it into the case if a finger gets into it. I see. Saw stop is awesome, but their cheapest table saw is like 2.5k. Okay. That might be a little expensive.
That wasn't so difficult.
That seems a little... Just a little
We could
expensive,
deal with
I
this.
feel. But not bad. I mean, I would definitely rather pay
I always have a backup
2.5k rather than lose a finger, you know? So I guess it's for the best. Who's that? And is the break gonna ruin the blade? Is it? It's almost like $50 to $100 to replace the brake mechanism if it activates, which is a heck of a good price compared to medical bills. Yeah, heck of a good price to losing a finger, too. It's still much better to losing a finger. Yeah, you only got so many of those, you know? You only have so many. The woman looks to be in her 40s, and she is surveying you with interest. Her right eye appears almost black against her dusky skin, while her left eye emits a greenish light filtered through the smudged lens of a prosthesis. Her arms are tattooed all the way from the base of her shoulders to her knuckles. Oh, she's got a portrait. Pretty cool, actually. Wait, can I... Hey, pretty cool. Looking for something specific? You're buying or maybe selling? Don't be shy, just ask. Old Ryza knows all kinds of folks. My boys will fetch you anything your heart desires. Who are these boys you work with? Ryza lowers her booming, raspy voice. You heard about how the Clipper Saint Cognacious got hit recently? The cargo was cleaned out, everything of value taken. Well, that was my boy's handiwork. We call ourselves the Fellowship of the Void, an association of enterprising, like-minded people who help the upstanding citizens of the Imperium rid themselves of the possessions that are weighing them down. You notice Abelard's face twist in disgust. It would seem he has a rather strong opinion on the individuals to whom Ryza refers as the Fellowship of the Void. Is that so? Well, very well. Let's return to our discussion. What kind of goods are you willing to buy? Heck is always the best. If it's broke, no sweat, we'll fix it or take it apart. And if you score something so nasty that your fussy everyday traders won't even look at it, fear not. Just bring it on over. Leave it to me and my boys to find the right buyer. The handling of sacred technology by lay persons uninitiated in the Omnissiah's priesthood is a Category 8 blasphemy, incriminating evidence of profane acts perpetrated by the unit named Old Ryza has been recorded for use in future judicial proceedings. She chuckles darkly. Do you mean to threaten me, Tech Priest? Well then, I'll keep a record of this conversation too. I wonder which of us will feel the harsh hand of justice first. Will it be me, standing in chains before your brethren, or you, standing in an airlock before my boys? Let's see what you have to offer. Yeah, we have, like, no reputation with them. Let's see. Friction basically welds the break to the blade. Damn. Look up a video. Pretty crazy. I think the video I saw, like, a finger touched it for, like, a millisecond. And it was, like, the speed of a blink. That blade was gone. And Appy says, I'm not getting anywhere near the saw blades. Too clumsy to do anything with those. I'm also very clumsy. So, as fun as it sounds, I'm a little worried. Table saws are, in most people's opinions, the scariest tool in a wood shop. But with most things, if you take your time, aware of what you were doing, and careful, it's just a tool. Yeah, but I'm very clumsy. I'm becoming clumsier as the years go on. I'm finding myself, like, knocking stuff over on accident all the time. But I keep hoping that to find someone selling a good table saw on Facebook Marketplace so I can replace mine. I don't know, Chief. Honestly, I would pay top dollar for the new stuff just to save a finger, you know? I mean, I guess you would know better than I would, but I don't know, man. When it comes to safety, secondhand equipment is a bit of a risk, in my opinion. I personally would not be getting anywhere near secondhand safe stuff. What the hell is that? Aldari weapon proficiency. What is that? It's like a living creature with an eye shaped into a gun. Weird. Okay. Anywho. Let's continue on. At the very least tonight, I want to find that lady we're looking for. Don't know where she is. But we're looking for someone.
The machine god grants the insight.
Oh, maybe that's it. J. Oh, there's a named NPC here. Gordey Skatov. The flabby man in worn clothes is sighing sadly over a glass of murky booze. Only when he looks up at you do you notice his eyes. Large, piercing, and full of sorrow. A stark contrast to his unkempt appearance. Could it be that someone actually wishes to keep me company? Allow me to introduce myself. Gordey Skatov, architectural historian. You look deeply despondent over something. What happened? Gorde sighs heavily. Here I go again, pouring my heart out to have you disappear in 10 minutes just like everyone else before you. But alright, here's a story of Gorde Skatov, the unluckiest historian in the Imperium. Hold on, this is gonna take a while. Created a Facebook account to look at Facebook Marketplace. Been eye-shopping all kinds of cars. Nice. Secondhand tools isn't terrible if you know what you're looking for. And for a few hundred, I can get a better saw than the one I have. I suppose. But yeah, Alastor says, I wish I was not addicted to social media. I'm very addicted to Reddit. But honestly, social media has lost its grip on me ever since Reddit. Reddit is like... I mean, I guess Reddit is a kind of social media, but... Reddit's like the only thing I really like, consistently look at nowadays. So... I was born 2 sectors away from here. My family was quite influential, which allowed me to dedicate myself to my great passion, the history of Imperium architecture. I spent a number of years studying every scholarly work there was to find on this art, and then once I had inherited my family's fortune, I traveled and documented the development of architectural thought on different worlds, until one day, oh that accursed and blessed day, until one day I came into possession of something quite special. Gorde pulls what looks like a book or an album with a homemade leather cover out of his bag. Both the pages and the binding look well worn. Here it is, my undoing. This is an authentic booklet titled Dwayne's Design, one of the thousands that were printed centuries ago in the times of Footfall's construction. What a curious read! Please tell us more. As Cassia takes a shy step forward, Gorde smiles and shows her some of the faded pages. Footfall's founder, Parsimus, was obsessed with his creation's grand future. This booklet describes in detail what Footfall was meant to become upon its completion. Dozens of asteroids turned into glorious palaces and temples, massive bridges spanning the void itself, and the marvelous flying buttresses? The archivolts of the exterior arches, the elegant arrangement of balusters, and the interior, polyphorous 10 stories tall and more than a kilometer long. Cyclopean light tubes that catch the light of Furibundus and use it to brighten the halls in the hearts of the asteroids. Stained glass windows and mosaics, bas-reliefs and statues. Engrossed in his own description, Gorde stands up and starts tracing the outlines of arches and galleries with his hand. Idira blinks sleepily, barely suppresses a yawn, and starts looking around with a bored expression. Let's keep listening. Emerging from his reverie, he catches himself, blushes slightly, and loudly flops back into his seat. I apologize. I got carried away. But you must understand how deep an impression this booklet left on me when my young self picked it up. I simply couldn't think about anything other than Footfall. I was ready to give my life just to see this incredible station. And of course, no matter how hard my friends and loved ones tried to dissuade me, I still gathered all my savings and set out on a journey. It is no easy feat to cross 2 sectors, especially for a common citizen, albeit one who has some resources at his disposal. I had to change one ship after another, at times being forced to stay on transfer worlds waiting for a vessel headed in the right direction or for warp disturbances to subside. The voyage took me a total of 107 years, in real space-time, of course. For me, it was much less than that, somewhere in the neighborhood of 30 or 35. And then, after all those years, having spent all of my savings, I reached my dream. And what did I see? A dump, in place of the exquisite portico. Metal anthills, clinging to the columns. The marble tiles pilfered by paupers to use as cladding for their hovels. Gorde hangs his head. It's been a dozen years since I came here, and I still haven't recovered from the shock. I had suspected that not everything from the booklet would exist in reality, but I never expected to see Footfall in such a sorry state. It is like stumbling upon the horrible, decomposing corpse of your beautiful beloved. Argenta's gaze darkens. The warp, like the shameless thief, is guilty of stealing the short span allotted to his servants. But what sense is there in spending half your life on such an enterprise, only to then lose your spirit and waste the remaining half on nothing at all. But Alistor says, I found a brand new table saw, LOL, BRB. Now to convince my wife we don't need food next week, but I need a table saw. Alistor be like, listen, I know we need to eat, but listen here. I found a table saw. Now, we have water. We have a fridge. I think we'll live on ice soup for a while. We'll be okay. Thankfully, I think the ice soup can hold us over, but I need this table saw. Listen, $400 for food that we just eat, or $400 to be able to make things that will make us more than 400 in a few weeks. So true! So true. Well, yeah. I think so. Well, actually, hold on. I mean, if we're being serious about the wood sword thing, don't you need, like, a vendor's license or something to sell at a fair? And I imagine the fair would probably take a cut. Surely, right? This is a really random lore dump. My sister lost 3 fingers using a table saw. What? What is this? What is this lore dump? That she was distracted for half a second. Yep. Well. Yow. Yep. I would have grabbed those little fingies and I would have went straight to the hospital. And I would have been like, listen here, I need you to glue these back on. Wild lore dump. No, it's not a bad lore dump. I'm just really surprised. And they did? Wait, what? Did they actually manage to successfully reattach them? Or did they just try? Did they just try to put it back on, or did they actually get them back on? And the town fairs here have a booth fee, but no vendor's license that I know of. Maybe need a business license if I ever make over a certain amount. Ah, nice. Very nice. And the sister in Minnesota, I see. They could only save one partially. Yow. Yep, I think I'm good. I think I'll take a hard pass on woodworking for the rest of my life. I mean, if I need to in an emergency situation, then maybe. But for the most part, if I gotta do woodwork, I think I'm gonna wear chainmail. Chainmail's gonna be covering my whole body if I have to do woodwork. Her life has been in shambles ever since, but it kind of was before too. I will never F around with carpentry. I see. And there's a really big YouTuber that lost most of his middle ring and little finger, like the top knuckle of his index finger. Yeah, I mean, on the bright side, if you lose your ring finger, of all things, then it would be, you know, ideal for an Assassin's Creed cosplay. But if you lose anything else, that's rough, Chief. I mean, I guess it's rough to lose your ring finger too, but at least you can do the Assassin's Creed cosplay. But get gauntlets. I don't even know where you would find gauntlets. Maybe Amazon, I guess. Me when dealing with the rats. Dude, I saw this massive cockroach today. It was like the size of like, I don't know, like in terms of just raw surface area, I feel like it was like 4 quarters big. Like 4 like coin quarters, just side to side. That thing was huge, dude. Could deal with losing a leg, but not fingers. Yeah, I agree. Well, it depends what finger, I guess. The ones closer to the thumb are generally more important. Losing a leg is rough, actually, but it depends what you mean by losing a leg. If it's like, if you lose the whole leg, that's kind of rough. If you lose like your foot, but you still have like your ankles, not ankles, if you lose your foot, but you still have like your shin, then that's not as bad. It depends how much prosthetics you can get. You know, if you lose the whole leg, that can't really be helped, prosthetics-wise, but you lose like part of a leg and it's not as big of a deal. I mean, it would suck. Anything, if it's like above the knee, that would suck. Anything below the knee would be, you know, big inconvenience, but at least you could probably still move around. Anyways. But yeah, Etsy. Gauntlets on Etsy. Not my fingies. Would rather lose a leg than an arm for sure. Rather lose a whole leg than a hand. I don't know. I'm trying to think of what I would say, but that it's about the same. You could still lay in bed and game with a missing leg. You can, but I mean, like, you still have to like move around though, you know? Like, especially if you need to like sit to use the bathroom and you just don't have a leg. You know how annoying it would be to like struggle through like getting on the toilet and getting off the toilet like every, I don't know, 5 times a day or something. It would drive me nuts. I think that's... And then if you want to get something for the fridge as well, it's like, you know, you got to get up sometime. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty stagnant, but I got to get up sometime. But pinky's okay. Yeah, I think if I'm willing to lose anything, it's a pinky. But, I mean, preferably I'd keep the pinky, but you understand. If you lose a leg, you get good at parking. If you lose a hand, same parking? What? You can still drive with one missing leg. You only use one as long as you don't drive a stick shift. Yeah. My house would be difficult with only one leg. We have a split level home, but I'm a crafty type person and like my computer, so my hand would be harder emotionally. Yeah, I guess it depends what you do. I mean, if you're a gamer, then I guess your hands are more important. But if you're, like, working out and about, I kind of feel like legs are more important. I don't know. If you're missing a leg, you can park in handicap. But if you're missing a hand, you don't get handicap. That's kind of wild, actually. The word hand is literally in handicap, and you're telling me I can't park in the handicap stall if I'm missing a hand? Damn. But I see what you're saying. Most of my hobbies involve my hands. Yeah. I agree. LOL, real. So real. So then ink and paper too can lie and cause pain. Cassia sighs sadly. Does this mean that all I have ever read about will one day disappoint me with the ugliness of reality? But you're an architectural historian. Is what happened in Footfall not a part of its history? Gorde strokes his goatee in thought. Yes, Footfall's current appearance, slums fused together with the remains of majestic palaces, is a unique phenomenon. It would be curious to observe if other places have taken after it, thereby solidifying it as a new style of architecture, or if it still remains a local oddity. My word, you certainly know how to provide an unexpected perspective on things. Be that as it may, I just wanted to say thank you for hearing me out. Over the dozen years I've spent on Footfall, not one person has hung around long enough to listen to my story to its end. It's such a delight to have shared everything that's been weighing on my mind. I'm poor as a church mouse, but I still have something to offer you as a token of my appreciation. After studying the booklet thoroughly, I discovered something interesting, a ciphered message scattered throughout its pages. Taking the form of a riddle, it describes certain places of interest on Footfall. I believe it is the work of the booklet's creators. What if these riddles lead to something? A wondrous discovery! I will gladly share what I've been able to learn with you. Riddles! A flash of burning, almost childish curiosity brightens Cassia's austere countenance. Have you not tried to make this wondrous discovery for yourself? I have, of course, but I'm an old man who is blind in one eye and can barely move his legs. Oh! It all really comes back around, doesn't it? Everything leads back to legs talk. Welcome into Kitsune. Kitsune says, almost jumped off a bus because I fell asleep on my ride. I can definitely see Kitsune waking up on the bus, being like, oh, I missed my ride. Or I missed my drop-off point. And then standing up, going to the door, and just like waving at the bus driver to get him to open it as he's driving. Could definitely see that. Welcome in, Kitsune. How are you? How is Marvel Rivals? Welcome in, welcome in. Kitsune, would you rather lose a leg or a hand? And why? Alastor says, either way, you get to come up with a great story to tell people and why you are missing a limb. Like it just fell off one day because I didn't eat my vegetables, or I saved a whole orphanage from a tornado that went through town and collapsed another orphanage onto my arm. Honestly, I think of all the things that are scary to lose, I think a hand would be the most inconvenient. But I feel like a prosthetic hand would also be the cooler between a prosthetic leg and a prosthetic hand. I feel like prosthetic hand would be cooler. But it would also be more inconvenient, I feel. Kitsune says leg. I love my hands. How would I play Rivals? So true, Kitsune. Well, technically, I mean, there's like a big, I'm sure there's like a sizable, market for handicap controllers for people that are missing limbs. So you could probably play Rivals with like one hand and like a foot. You know, the foot taking the place of your other hand or something. Robot legs are cooler? Are you sure about that? Kitsune says leg is cooler. Really? Mandy says robot hand dub? Because I'm thinking of like Metal Gear Solid 5 like prosthetic like robot hand. That'd be so cool. Some of the new hands are pretty dope. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Appy says I can run like an NFL running back. Okay. Or... Okay. I'll say... No, but... No. Okay, I actually disagree. I think robot leg would be cool, but... Robot hand has more utility, right? Like, what if you needed, like... I don't know. Pocket knife. Oh, here's my pocket knife. Lighter. Oh, got a lighter and a finger. Keys to my house. I got a key and a finger. Shooting lightning out of my hands? I don't know why, but I got it right here, you know? Cool stuff. Robot hand. Robot leg is... I mean, I guess you could have, like, Swiss Army leg, but I feel like that wouldn't be the same, you know? So, but yeah, Swiss Army hand. That's what I'm saying. But Mandy says, I think robot hand is cooler. I respect their opinion. Thank you, thank you. I think it's cooler. I think robot leg would be good, but you still have to walk on the other leg. I mean, I guess if it's both legs are robot legs, then it's okay. But if it's only one leg is robot leg, I mean, you're still gonna have to use one leg, right? And I could get some nice attachments for my hands, though. Yeah, see? That's what I'm saying. Can I get the robot back installed? Because this back is going out already. I could also use robot back, I feel. Or something. I need to improve my posture. I need to do upper body workouts. My posture is getting really bad. If that's the case, I can attach a rocket on my robot legs and start flying. That would be pretty cool, too. That would also be pretty cool. Safety concerns aside, I'm trying to think of how that would work, but I guess that's not really a thing yet. Well, I guess you could... Nah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how that would work. And none of your leg has a flip-out scooter. That'd be fun. That would be fun. I have, of course, but I'm an old man who is blind in one eye and can barely move his legs. Leg talk. I never found anything, but that doesn't mean there's nothing to find. Tell me about the places these riddles lead to. The first location from the riddles isn't far from here. It's a bridge that was supposed to go through the center of this district and into the void toward the neighboring asteroid. Only a couple of its spans were built, and even those lie in ruins. Still, if the cache survived after all those years, it is there somewhere. The second location is the Lantern of the Great Cathedral. A lantern is a small tower on top of a dome. You've seen Footfall's atrium, haven't you? The whole atrium is just the nave of the former little cathedral. The liege's entire so-called palace would have fit inside what is meant to be not but a single room. The great cathedral, had it been built, would have been even bigger. But alas, its construction was just getting underway when Dwayne died and the work stopped. The lantern from its dome, however, had already been built and survived. It was brought inside the atrium and dubbed the Chapel of St. Drusus the Warrior. Okay, this whole paragraph is confusing to me. Hold on, let me... What the hell is a nave? And that's all I know. I wish you luck in your search. I must take my leave. Good luck to you. Okay, well. Let's see. My robot feet would have built-in Heelys. Okay. Now I'm seeing what you're saying. Now I think I'm in. Now, I wasn't really in for the robot legs with the rockets attached. But if you're telling me the robot legs have built-in Heelys, that's different. That is completely different. And Kitsune says, about to grab some ice cream and popcorn. I hope you have a wonderful ice cream and popcorn tonight, Kitsune. Sounds really good.
Experience? Nothing matters more.
Suspicious Prowler. Why suspicious? Interesting. Okay. Welcome to the Leg Clan. Built-in roller skate. Built-in roller skates would be so cool. Oh, cutscene.
Rough day.
You have no idea.
I I just might. That's the second bottle you've downed.
Jai Hidari. Falco sends his regards.
And what does that unholy scion of a Grox and a Brahan want from me this time? Oh, wait, I don't really care. My sole plans for tonight are drowning my grief in a sea of Amasak.
We'll give you grief, all right. Get out!
Damn.
Don't
Dang.
think so, Ashmak. And tell Falco to come himself next time.
Hidari, I am tired of your mess. Out! Get some sleep. We'll talk about settling up later.
Okti Shireen, light of my eyes. Can't you see my soul is full of sadness? Have you no heart at all? Let go of your material concerns and let me grieve in peace. Have we met somewhere before?
The woman looks at you with the glassy eyes of a drunk, and you notice the 2 empty bottles that had been keeping her company before you arrived. She looks completely out of place in this dingy, smoky bar. The fancy attire, the abundance of jewelry, the implants plated with precious metals. Her appearance not only screams wealth, but also audacity, for only an audacious person would flaunt their wealth in a place like this.
Greetings, Shireen. With whom do I have the honor of speaking?
She smiles somewhat groggily as she examines you over the glass that is raised to her lips. Call me Taku.
Well then, here's to our meeting. It doesn't take a genius to figure out that you're someone special, since you've been granted an audience with the Liege of Footfall himself. It's always a pleasure to make the acquaintance of someone powerful. And the timing couldn't be better.
She takes a sip and pauses, then resolutely sets her glass aside and turns to you.
Jai Hidari at your service. Professional trader, shrewd commercial broker, and, may he steal my tongue if I'm lying, the most honest dealer on Footfall. Nonetheless, we all have our problems, and at times even one's many merits aren't enough to solve them. Perhaps it would be no trouble for a person with your kind of power and standing to assist someone with my kind of predicament.
Can't really place her accent. Maybe it's just a made-up accent, but can't really place the accent. What do you need help with?
You see, Shireen, there's one cardinal rule on Footfall. Anything goes as long as it doesn't get in the way of business. I'm someone who's been able to exploit that rule to the fullest. And in recent years, I've hit it so big, I've become a speck of sand in someone's green eye. They used to throw small wrenches into my dealings here and there. Well, now they've decided to really put their backs into it. Some rats stolen my cargo and dragged it off to the seediest part of the Shadow Quarters. A crummy place even for connoisseurs of Footfall's unique atmosphere. When I asked the Liege for protection, we had a mutual misunderstanding. I believe Vladimir, in a most lamentable fashion, has forgotten his duties as guardian of the downtrodden and wronged. So I'm in desperate need of a new one. And you, Shireen, fit the bill perfectly. All I need is for you to drop by one dark corner of Footfall Shadow Quarters and pound it into the thieves' heads that taking Hidari's property carries certain risks.
Jay appears to be a serious operator on Footfall. The Liege's refusal to help means the loss of a potential ally. So, Jay is encroaching on his turf. If Vladimir is not responsible for the disappearance of Jay's cargo, he will certainly benefit greatly from it. Shoot. Wait, can I access my journal from here? I can't. But I think Vladimir is the one that we want to align ourselves with. I think he's the one that asked us for help for Footfall. I wish to ask you a few questions before I decide.
Ask as many as you wish, Shireen. Trust is the key to a successful endeavor.
What kind of cargo was stolen from you?
Goods of incredible rarity, Shireen. But it's not just that. 24 of my people lost their lives in the impenetrable emptiness of the void to acquire them. I cannot leave their families with nothing.
Ordinary smugglers do not dress so ostentatiously or behave so brazenly, and they are unlikely to spoil the mood of the liege of Footfall with their mere appearance. This woman lost many people to obtain these rarest of goods, and to get them back she turned to Vladimir Tokara, the patron of all cold trade in the expanse. Her cargo can be nothing other than Xeno artifacts, creations of the enemies of humanity branded with heresy. Are you asking an upstanding citizen to be party to the trafficking of Xeno artifacts?
I thought we were on the same page from the start, Shireen. Please accept my sincerest apologies if that is not the case, and allow me to explain myself. If I had told you directly, you would have become, shall we say, complicit. But since those illicit words did not escape my lips, you would hypothetically be agreeing merely to help me recapture a few containers. And if the Aji suddenly decided to thwart our plans, then all the Void Dogs would be unleashed on me alone. My sincerest wish was to protect you from any unnecessary trouble, Shireen. I swear, by the Exalted One.
Didn't she just say she's the most honest trader in all of whatever? I mean, I didn't really believe her to begin with, but... Anyways. But Appy's gonna grab a cold orange. Nice. Get some. Nothing quite like... Honestly, not a big fan of oranges. I do like the really tiny ones, though. The cuties. Now those are built different. Big oranges, though, they have, like, chewy spots that I don't really like. But the little cutie ones? Delicious. What can you offer in terms of payment?
A fair deal, Shireen. If your heart desires, we'll split the recovered cargo 50-50. That will be fair. But if goods of incredible rarity do not interest you, then I'll make it worth your while with some bonds equal in value to a couple of full holds.
Bridled excitement simmers in Jay's eyes.
Of course I am aware that my personal means cannot compare to yours, Shireen. So I do not hope to impress you with money. But I can offer something else. My boundless knowledge. Surely you will appreciate the services of an expert on trading operations. Where I'm from, they call this kind of deal wisdom selling.
I'm starting to like her.
So far, you have shown me nothing but bluster. Prove your usefulness, now.
You truly know how to do business, Shireen. You demand payment before giving an answer because you're aware of the weakness of my position. I respect that. And I don't know if it's the alcohol talking or just a feeling I have, but I want to take that risk with you.
Her dark eyes light up with keen interest.
True jewels are meant to be held in the hands of the worthiest, Shireen. Please, accept this humble gift.
She reaches into her polished boot and produces a small package, which she offers to you. Jay smiles mysteriously and takes a sip of her fragrant drink. What happens if I just tell her no after she gave me a gift? She's like, here's a gift of good faith. And then we immediately decline. Honestly, this is a bit of a crossroads because first off, I don't really trust her that much. But she is offering me payment to get on the bad side of the leader of commerce for this planet, which is pretty dumb, I feel. Because she's already, like, lied to me. Okay? She's lied to me. It's very clear she's moving around heretical artifacts, which also pretty sus. And if we help her, we're on the bad side of the leader of commerce of this area. I want to say no for a second, but maybe come back to it. Generally, I want to say no, but specifically because I don't want to be on the bad side of... I don't want to be on the bad side of... forget who it is. Actually, you know what? I think I said this last stream, but... honestly, at the same... on the other hand... doing whatever I want in this game is clearly just funnier. Even if it's a dumb decision, it's just funny. And I am kind of curious what would happen if I did help her. Yeah, I'll help you, whatever.
May the Exalted One bless you and your progeny. Then here's what we'll do. We shouldn't be seen together before we make it to the safe house. I'll head there first. I'll take my own special route so I won't be spotted. Right. Here. That's where those ashmags are keeping the stolen cargo. Out the bar, over the bridge, and to the left. There in the depths you'll find a small courtyard, through which you can get to the place. I'll be waiting nearby. You can come when it suits you, but the sooner you do, the better. I'll see you then, Shireen.
Do it, yeah. We might become an enemy of the leader of trade of this world. But at least it'll be funny. This game, I don't know, like doing all the good, the morally good stuff is how I normally play it, but it's been very bland because nothing really happens as a result. So I'll just do whatever I feel. The burly woman with a wealth of fiery hair is in the process of tinkering with some unknown device that is clinking melodiously. She has a rough-looking implant in place of her lower jaw. She really does kind of look like Raiden Jaw from Metal Gear. As you approach, the implant begins to move as if independently from the rest of her face. Welcome to the Adeptus Amacicus, sir. What can Octaviana get you? Amasec? Low? Something more? Interesting. Interesting? Question mark? Octaviana freezes in place. It can't be. Are you Sister Argenta? The Sister Argenta. The one who has the worst scum on Footfall shaking in their boots? The whole station is talking about you. And here you are, in the flesh, in our humble Amacicus. Argenta stops Octaviana's torrent of adoration with a calm gesture. No more. I seek retribution against transgressors, not glory for myself. Despite her words, you catch a glint in Argenta's eyes. You can tell she is enjoying this enraptured attention. Let's see. What is this place? You're in the oldest watering hole on Footfall, sir. The Adeptus Amacicus is the only Adeptus one can find on Footfall. She laughs hoarsely. I'm Octaviana. I serve drinks, lend an ear, and if it comes down to it, quiet the rowdy ones. She sizes you up carefully. Folks usually come to the Amacicus for either pleasure or business. Might I ask what brought you here? I was just curious about this place. Well, it sure is nice to know that this dive piques the interest of people other than thugs and boozers. Then again, the Amacicus is like a Grox. The outside's horrible to look at, but the insides are remarkably useful if you know what you're doing. Octaviana leans forward. Sitting at this bar often puts folks in a talkative mood, and I don't see anybody paying me to keep quiet. Visits from eminent individuals like yourself boost the status of my establishment so I can repay you by sharing what I've overheard. Some of it might help you out in your dealings. Welcome in to Kaio Kim, welcome in. How are you? How are things? Sorry I haven't been able to catch a stream for a while, but welcome in. How art thou? And, more importantly, have you bought Dawn of War on sale, mayhaps? It's on sale for like 10% off. Highly recommend. It's very good. But welcome in. Let us know how you're doing. Update us on life's happenings. How's work? Let's see. About that woman that started a gunfight up at the bar. Why are you so interested? You looking into her or something? Octaviana catches herself upon meeting your gaze and bows her head low. Apologies, sir. Me and my big mouth. I guess this is why they broke my jaw so many times. She touches her implant. Octaviana drops her voice. Jai. Is that how you say her name? Jai? You know, Jai's pretty great. She's made a name for herself here on Footfall. She's a woman who came from nothing. She follows the unwritten rules of this place. She doesn't walk all over weaker folks, and she drinks like a fish to boot. There's lots to respect. The sad thing is, it looks like she got on the wrong side of Vladian. And since both of them, well, I guess all three of us, have ties to the Casablanca, there's no way out of this. Jay should get off Footfall while she still can. Better to lose her business than her life. Damn. Kaio Kim says, I'm good. Recovering from a work boo-boo. No! What happened at work? Are you okay? The little smiley face makes me think maybe it's... maybe it's a good thing. I don't know. But how are you? How are things? Things are going very, very well. Kind of. Things have been going generally pretty good for me lately. I don't really want to jinx it, but... or maybe I've just come into an appreciation of the good things that are happening in life, but... feeling pretty... a little bit stressed, but generally pretty good. Doing stream stuff. I asked... there's a restaurant worker that I had a crush on, that I finally asked her out. And more recently, I found out that she's actually unhinged. So I declined to even go on a first date with her, because she's actually kind of nuts. So that happened. Dawn of War, the remaster finally came out. I bought it. It was my first Dawn of War. My first Dawn of War game ever. And that's been a lot of fun. And the new Metal Gear Solid 3 remake is coming out in a few days. Or in about a week, rather. So I'm excited for that, too. So there's a lot to be excited about. And Dawn of War 4 got announced, so... but slipped in the freezer. I was wearing my non-slip shoes when it happened. But I slammed my lower shin on a metal cart. No! I hope you feel better soon. Oh my. That is a major oof. That is a major oof. Always gotta wear the... Oh. Was wearing non-slip shoes. Yeah. Well, they need to rebrand as slip shoes then. And Kitsune says, when did that happen? So... Okay, so... To give you guys the long version... what was it? Last Thursday... I asked out that restaurant cashier that I've been interested in. I gave her my number. She sent me a text. We're planning to meet up. We were planning to meet up on Monday. But ultimately, on Sunday, she said that she was sick. So we were texting to get to know each other instead. and I've been hesitant to tell you guys about the tech stuff because my VODs are saved, and I wasn't sure. I didn't really want my thoughts to be permanently put into a VOD in case she happens to watch the VOD later. Being that there's no chance of her watching the VOD anymore, I can talk freely about it. But the gist of it is that on the first day, I was trying to bond over some common ground, so I found out that we both worked in customer service jobs before in the past, and she started telling me about how she has gotten into like yelling matches with customers and like cussing them out and flipping them off. And she was like, she's bragging about this, by the way. There's little smiley faces at the end of what she's saying. So she's bragging about how many like verbal altercations she's got into at her old job with customers. And she was bragging about how many times she's been written up but not fired, which is also a bit of a red flag. She has generally shown that she's a very, very angry person. She's unwilling to, like... She's very much a people hater. She hates, like, all people except for her small group of friends, I guess. She self-describes herself as a people hater. She self-described herself as petty. Petty is also another huge red flag. I mean, don't get me wrong, I feel like everybody can be a little petty, but if you self-describe as petty, it's pretty wild. But before I continue, Kaiokim says, what game was it on sale? It's Warhammer 40,000 Dawn of War. Dawn of War 1 is 10% off for until the 28th, I think, or something. It's an introductory offer for a game that was really great in the past, and it recently got remastered. So, yeah, I wouldn't expect anything like crazy, but it's like its normal retail price is like $30, but it's on sale for like 26. So it's not really like a huge discount, but the game is really, really good. Like, I've played the game like for about 13 to 14 hours over the course of like 3 days. So it is fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. But yes, what you say right there, I custom out smiley face, that's literally what she does. She's like, yeah, I cuss these people out and I flip them off, smiley face. It's like, ma'am, I don't know if you should be smiling about that. But yeah, good heavens, yeah. And self-describing as petty is kind of wild too. That's not a good sign. Like, don't get me wrong, like, you might be saying like, oh, angry and petty are fine. It's fine until you're on the wrong side of it. If she's upset with you, she's gonna be petty with you, that's a problem. So, but yeah, that's not something I'm willing to accept. Like, I understand that, like, it's probably gonna be aimed somewhere else, but if it's aimed at you, nope. Like, I don't want to have my tires slashed and whatnot, and my car, like, keyed or something just because she's mad at me, you know? So, but yeah, she showed these red flags on day 1, by the way. This is day 1 of us texting. What else did she say? I asked her to be like, how would you describe yourself and how would other people describe you? And she was like, I don't care what anybody thinks of me, so I wouldn't know. But if I had to describe myself, I would say that I'm... she said something about, like, putting her friends before herself, and she likes to not go outside and be alone or something. Or liking to be alone. So... Yep. But yeah, it's a crazy thing to say off rip. it's wild to me. Like, don't get me wrong, like, everybody crashes out, everybody says something. Everybody in life, most, say something out of anger, you know? It happens to pretty much all of us, right? But there's a difference between, like, you say something out of anger and then you're just kind of like when I say stuff out of anger, when I let my anger get the better of me, I'm remorseful about it. I apologize for it. And it's very rare that my anger does get the best of me. Her, on the other hand, she, like, embraces it. Like, she's literally doing smiley faces after describing to me how she's cussed people out and flipped them off. At work, by the way. Literally at work. And she's smiling about getting written up but not fired. And she's, you know, talking about how rules are dumb if she deems them so, pretty much. She's the kind of person that's like, if I think a rule is stupid, I'm not going to follow it. Which I feel like everybody does to an extent, you know. I mean, if you've ever jaywalked, you've already kind of done that in some aspect, but to some extent. But I don't know, man. It's pretty sus. She's right. She is a little bit appy-coded, I'm not gonna lie. She is a little bit appy-coded. But yeah, it was very clear to me that she's very angry. I asked her to elaborate on being petty. Because she self-described herself as a very petty person. And I was like, could you give me some examples of what's, like, the pettiest thing you've done? And she kind of refused to elaborate. She gave me, like, a vague, like, oh, this happened with this person, but I probably shouldn't talk about it, blah, blah, blah. Which, also kind of a red flag. And then I described to her, like, oh, these are the things I feel like this is what your personality's like. You've got, on one hand, you're kind of like this way. On the other hand, you're kind of this way. Would you say that's correct? And she's like, yeah, you got that right. We're pretty different, which is why I'm a little hesitant. And I assumed that she meant hesitant about going on the first date. And that was my cue. So I was like, I agree. Unfortunately, I don't think we're compatible. Thank you for your time. It was nice getting to know you. Hope you don't mind if I still come by the restaurant. And she was basically like, oh, no worries. So, hopefully it's all good. But she self-describes as petty, so I have no idea. So, anyways, but yeah. That is just not something I want to deal with. So, yeah. That's all. That's what happened. It's a little disappointing. I've had a crush on her for a while, but, like, I didn't expect us to have, like, almost nothing in common. I didn't expect us to have almost nothing in common, and I didn't expect to hear this many red flags in, like, day one. That's crazy to me. Like I felt like, I don't remember what the term is, like stonewalling or something. Like, I thought maybe she wasn't interested in me and she was trying to, like, maybe bring up red flags to get me, like, disinterested in her for some reason. Which is weird because I gave her my number and she texted me first. But I thought maybe that was the case. But that bit had gone on for several days. And it was so consistent that I was like, okay, I don't think we're joking anymore. I kind of feel like if she's trying to get me disinterested, then she would not reply at all, or would would not ask me any questions whatsoever. But nope, she kept replying, but every reply was a new red flag, so, or, well, nearly, I guess. Anyways. But yeah, Taku's more straightforward than I am. Thank you, Kitsune. No, my thought is that it doesn't matter to me if we get along, because I don't want to be building anything with someone that will fly off the rails like that. I don't want to really be with an angry person. So it doesn't really matter if we connect. Well, on the date, I don't think we would, based on our conversations. The conversations were awful, by the way. But even so, I don't think that, even if we did connect well, I don't want to build something with a rager. So, yeah. Anywho, that's how that went. So, you guys might hear about that for the next, like, few weeks or so as I get everybody on the same page about what happened. But yeah, it is crazy to say off rip. Pretty crazy. Anywho, let's see. Odd name, the Adeptus Amazicus. Not very reverent. Octaviana chuckles. What makes you say that? Do you know where you're standing? On the deck of the Martyr's Endurance, a sacred vessel that once belonged to the Adeptus Administratum. Is this a reference to the Inquisitor game? A sacred vessel that once belonged to the Adeptus Administratum. 100 years ago, the bureaucrats sent a mission here. 100 years ago, the bureaucrats sent a mission here to establish a department, set up some kind of record keeping, overhaul Footfall, and make everything here follow a billion laws to the letter. As you can see, it was the Martyr's Endurance and its inhabitants that got overhauled in the end. I don't know what happened to them, but the locals like to come here to make deals and count their money like before in this temple of the Imperium's accountants. Over there, you can see even the sign's been preserved. Partially. A great place, and the new name fits it perfectly. You like it? I'm flattered. It's not often that we get important visitors here, and it's even less often that they really appreciate this place. How are things here on Footfall? Haven't been to our fine station for a while, have you, sir? As per usual, there's never a dull moment. Either someone's getting shot in a square, or some rich guy's going on a safari to hunt commoners in the shadow quarters. Sure, the liege makes sure that the local shenanigans don't get in the way of business on the station, but what happens on the outskirts adds a little spice to our lives. We make do, but the real trouble is, with every passing day it gets harder to find grub. I heard that some horrors are happening in the void outside for Abundus, that not all ships are making it here, and the Liege's old patrons don't seem to be in a hurry to help. It's taking a toll on Vladimir's authority, and if his authority wobbles too hard, he'll have plenty of people lining up to take his place. Give me the latest. This one might interest you. A tale I heard from a tipsy void born from a cargo barge. They exited the warp halfway between Furibundus and the Avioris system, and came upon a shuttle wreck adrift. The shuttle was registered to the Inevitable Triumph, a merchant ship that disappeared decades ago. She was bound for Footfall, her cargo holds brimming with valuable goods, but she never made it. If anything at all survived the shipwreck, it could be quite the lucky find. Here's another tidbit for you. Some poor sot was here bawling about how his crew tossed out a whole shipment of cargo along with the trash, and it was his fault somehow. He hid the fact, and once they docked at Footfall, he immediately went on the run. No surprise there. Had they discovered his blunder, he would have been executed. I don't know what sort of cargo it was, but the ship he served on usually goes between Footfall and Winterscale's realm. She passes the 100 Dreams Crossroads and Langren's Belt. If you happen by that area, you might want to look for whatever that idiot chucked overboard. That will do for now. It's been one thing after another lately. I figured I was due for some time. Some me time. Give me a splash of the local booze, would you? Octaviana looks at you closely, then takes a bottle from a shelf and uncorks it. The transparent, pungent-smelling liquid quickly fills the glass that sits between you. Pascal's respirator hisses quietly, and he says in an insinuating tone, "The alchemical composition of the substance is known to me, but never before have I come across such an unusual application. An exquisite path of martyrdom in honor of the Omnissiah." Is this going to kill us? Take a good look at it. The glass contains a liquid that is clearly made from spent promethium. This is moonshine, virtually unfiltered, that quickly blows the drinker off their feet and, when imbibed regularly, turns their liver into a bubbling sponge. Got anything better? Octaviana grabs a dusty, unopened bottle from under the bar and a clean glass. The amber liquid splashes against the crystal walls as she adds in a couple of black pebbles. The soft, spicy aroma tickles your nostrils. Sure, we'll drink it. The amasec warms your throat pleasantly. You can make out a hint of spice, the flavor of an oak barrel, and a distinctly earthly aroma. You feel a little more at peace, and you reach the bottom of the glass sooner than you'd like. Drinking's funny, so we're going to keep going. Give me something strong. Octaviana shows you an empty bottle and makes a helpless gesture. Damn it. I'm sorry, sir. This was the last bottle of that year. What can I say? We're all feeling the brunt of Footfall's shipment problems. I'll be going. Octaviana bows her head slightly. Until next time, sir. Okay. Unfortunately, I cannot think. However, I'm not done streaming. So, how's this sound? I'm actually going to switch to Dawn of War. That way, if at Kaio Kim is looking into getting Dawn of War, she can also get a good idea of what it's like. So, just a second. Okay, sorry, had to fix my model. Okay, so here's what we'll do. I'm still here. Don't mind this. This is just an intermission screen. Intermission screen, if you will. I need to... We'll call it Dawn of War Newbie Base Skirmish. Okay, and we'll switch to Dawn of War. I do want to play a little bit of Dawn of War tonight, so now is actually the perfect time. So, we'll do that. I'll play maybe one big game, and then we'll call it a night. I think that's what we'll do. Where did I put that? But yeah, man. Dawn of War, like, it doesn't look super new, to say the least. But trust me, it's awesome. Also, I need to finish drinking my my bubble tea. Hold on. All right, let's get this bread. Here we go. So what I'll do for now, this is in this the game that we were just playing. We were just playing Rogue Trader, Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. This takes place in the same universe. This is also a 40k game, so But this was released in 2004. It recently got a remaster for 2025, which increases like the draw distance or something. You can zoom the camera out a bit. The models, the textures have been updated. Shadows, lighting, whatnot. These are all the multiplayer maps. I'm currently just going to fight a computer because I'm not good enough to be fighting another player currently. But there's all different kinds of maps that you can pick. And I am very much a Space Marine guy. So we shall be fighting the Space Marines, I think, tonight. I don't think I've done this face-off thing yet, so we'll start with that. I tried doing the Imperial Guard. I'm actually not very good at playing as them. I'm going to leave that for like an off-stream practice, but we can definitely do Space Marines. And I'm an Ultramarine guy. Also, I'm going to make this a little bit very lightly easier on me. We're going to do orcs. The orcs are still a massive problem, but I think it's the Necrons are the ones that I have a huge problem with. Actually, no. I'll just do random. I'll do random. But one of the factions has these invisible soldiers that you can't kill until you get a certain upgrade. Like, you need to be able to see the invisible soldiers in order to kill them. And normal soldiers can't see the invisible ones, so you kind of end up in a situation where you're just constantly being shot by people you can't shoot at. Which is kind of a bit of a problem, so for that reason, I'm not a huge fan of playing against the Necrons as a Space Marine man myself. It just doesn't really work out in my favor, so. But yeah, we can do Scout Infiltration, be invisible to most enemies, but we need to have the HQ add-on, so that's kind of rough. Anywho, but Mandy says, I have a bit of a sore throat, so I'm going to go to sleep, but I hope you all have a good night. Good night, Mandy. I hope you feel better soon. I hope you feel better soon, Mandy. Have a wonderful night. Have a wonderful night, Mandy-chan. I shall win in your honor. Unless I lose, then it's a loss in Appy's honor, I guess. I don't know. Something.
Yes,
okay.
Most beneficent one.
Now that I know that we can actually go invisible as scouts, I should just make plasma generator. I should try to work towards invisible scouts.
Area scouts here, infiltrating enemy territory.
Maybe that'll be okay for now.
In position. Scouts ready.
Enemy spotted.
Ooh.
Commencing infiltration.
Scouts
awaiting orders.
That seems a little Ooh. Never mind. That seems a little dangerous. I don't. Is this a special character? Oh. Okay, I might die off that. We might die already. Where's my special whatchamacallit? There we go. Go kill these guys. Actually nuts. Can you kill that guy? That guy's super annoying. Please. Just okay, never mind. Go stand over there. He's literally gonna take out my plasma generator. Like literally. He's like literally 2 seconds from just wrecking all my stuff. Okay. Alrighty. Hold on. Let's move up a little bit.
In position. Gathering intelligence. Scouts awaiting orders.
Okay. I need to recapture this thing, damn it. I just captured it too. So annoying.
I await your instructions.
And then we'll put a listening post over there.
Scouts awaiting orders.
So the hard part about this game is that the computers, they play incredibly aggressive, these guys. On standard, by the way. This is like one step. This is one mere step
This day shall be a
above
glorious one
easy.
for the
So
Imperium.
it's kind of crazy how these computers act.
While the enemies of the Emperor still draw breath, there can be no peace.
Yes, most
Genuinely
beneficent
deranged
one.
behavior.
Initializing build protocol.
Okay, what I really need is the scout infiltration research, but we need to do the monastery, which is going to be kind of difficult.
Position secure. Yes, my lord.
We can have invisible troops, but it's going to take a while.
Infiltrating enemy
Let's get our
territory.
guys over there.
Walk
Oh,
softly
see how
and
aggressive
carry
they
a
play?
big gun. For the
They're like already trying to take my stuff. Oh, bruh. Cannon S.
I shall
Actually,
not
go stand back a little bit.
fail. He who stands with me shall
They're gonna
be
kill one of my
brother.
guys. Yeah. Oh! Please kill that dude.
Beware the alien, the mutant, the heretic.
Are we even doing damage to this guy? We kind of are,
For the
but just a little bit. Dude, they're so aggressive. Okay, I probably should have ordered more
This day
troops
shall be a
earlier,
glorious one for the
but
Imperium.
I mean,
Unbelievers must
My faith is my shield.
alas, you know.
For terror, follow my lead.
Okay, we
For
might,
terror,
yeah, we
faith
might
and
lose.
duty.
So, you know, I thought we might be
Yes,
able
my
to do
lord.
this in Mandy's
Scouts
honor,
advance.
but honestly, we might have lost already.
Marine squad deployed.
But yeah, the Space Marines have stealth units, but the issue is that they aren't immediate.
Stay vigilant.
You need to upgrade the stronghold first, and then you need to do the scout infiltration research, and then your scouts become invisible. But before that point, they're not invisible.
Which
is pretty rough, I must say.
Brother.
Let's attach
Taking command. Ready.
them here.
At your command.
Go there. Okay.
Yes, my lord.
Beware the alien, the mutant, the heretic.
Please kill this guy.
Emperor, protect us.
Somebody smoke him. Anybody. Thank you. That was the one I was worried about.
Faith and duty.
Oof.
At your command.
It's so rough, dude. Oh, stand over here.
Yes, my
And
lord.
is this not cover? This is not cover.
Scouts awaiting orders.
Awaiting orders.
Defending objective.
Insane. Okay.
We stand ready.
Where is
At your
my...
command.
Oh, there we go.
Yes, most beneficent one. Initializing build protocol.
My servitors over there. Alright, well,
Yes, my lord.
not as good as I'd like things to be, but
brother.
honestly,
Scouts
let's just...
in position.
Let's send both of them in. We'll send both these guys as a unit. Go in there and wipe out whatever's happening here.
Yes, my lord.
Oops, sorry. Sudden camera movements.
Scouts ready.
Okay. And we'll move
Yes,
the
my
scouts
lord.
up as well. Actually, the
Scouts
scouts can
awaiting
do
orders.
this.
On alert, brothers.
My new
The
battle
enemy must be
strategy
nearby.
is to have the scouts be the ones to capture points and having my actual Space Marines battle stuff. I'm finding that's the most successful thing for me, personally. So that's kind of the strategy I've been running off stream. But it's been working pretty well so far. Because these guys can tank a lot of hits. My Scout Marine unit does not really do so well. So, who knows? Anywho,
On alert,
Alright.
brothers. The enemy must be nearby.
go help out these guys. Go kill them. And hopefully they won't attack my, my whatchamacallits over here. Kill him, kill him, kill him. Leave nowhere to retreat. They need to be taken out.
Fear denies faith. Praise the emperor.
Go chase the Cannon S. The Cannon S is super annoying.
Yes,
We
my
don't
lord.
need everybody
Scouts
to...
in position.
Oh, stand over
Move
here.
ahead and mark any enemy positions.
Okay.
Here to serve.
Now that that's done,
Area secured.
Emperor, protect us.
Build
over
routine
there.
721 initiated.
Okay, so I think I can finally upgrade the monastery. And then once that is done,
Scouts ready.
we can finally do the whatchamacallit. Okay. Kind of rough, but, I mean, hey, we're getting there. Not as efficient as I'd like to be, but at least we're making kills, so that's the important thing. Okay. Man, we really need that infiltration research. We can put out some squads, I guess, in the meantime.
Awaiting orders.
At your command.
Okay.
Yes,
Let's
my
get
lord.
our squad to capture that over here.
On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby.
Oh, please kill that. Kill that one Celestian squad. Damn it. The Celestian squad got away.
Emperor protects.
Marine squad deployed.
Okay, well. That'll be a problem for later.
Orders received.
Okay. Let's see.
Yes, Lord. As you wish.
Fear denies faith. Cleanse, purge, kill.
Emperor, protect us.
Okay.
Position secure.
Awaiting orders.
Things are going well so far.
Stay vigilant, brothers.
Oh! Kill that guy. Oh! Death
Scouts
Cult
in
Assassin.
position. Defending objective.
That is not good. That is not good at all.
Praise
Go.
the Emperor.
Don't. Damn, I think they just killed one of my best guys. Don't stand up there. Go stand back here.
We are the Emperor's chosen.
I don't know where the hell that assassin is, but... Actually, no. Go. Hold the line.
Scouts in position.
Yeah, there's an invisible guy over here. Okay. Now it requires an armory!
Yes, most beneficent one.
Insane.
Build routine 721 initiated.
Absolutely insane.
Yes, my lord.
My guys are dying. Yep.
At your command.
Actually insane.
Scouts advance.
I don't have anyone to notice
Yes,
the
my
invisible
lord.
units. The invisible units are the most annoying thing. Honestly, I kind of hope they get rid of invisible units for the next
Scouts here.
game.
Yes, my lord.
Oh. Is the enemy base just right here? Is that... Oh, finally it's dead.
Scouts awaiting orders.
Fear denies faith.
I command in the name of the Emperor.
I need my guy to move back a little
Orders
bit.
received.
Scouts here.
Okay.
This day shall be a glorious one
Go
for the Imperium.
join that guy.
Fear denies faith.
Okay. Happy just laughs. This game is hard, man.
At your command.
This game, it's really fun,
Marine squad deployed.
but oh boy, this game is hard. I'm having a hard time.
6 minutes.
I don't even know.
Scouts awaiting
We
orders.
stand ready.
I don't even know what happened to
Faith is our shield.
my whatchamacallit. Actually, everybody. Why is everybody so close?
What
Go
would you have
back
me
up.
do?
We stand ready.
I don't need you guys to be like right there. Just
The Emperor.
back up further. Actually, why is everybody just standing so damn close?
Fear denies faith.
Okay. And now, finally do scout infiltration. There we go. Still insane though, not gonna lie.
Yes,
How about,
Lord.
while we have a moment, maybe I could
Initializing build
At your
product.
this would be
command.
better.
5 minutes until control.
Why is my team back there?
Emperor's chosen. Yes, my lord.
This crossfire is genuinely crazy. Oh, yep.
Yes, my lord. Weapons at ready.
Okay, well, Oh, yep, there's a squad down. There goes another squad. You know, like the ones I already lost. Amazing. This is rough. My servitor is taking a long time to build that, too. I don't know why I decided to build it right here. That's kind of stupid, actually. Whatever, it's fine.
We stand ready.
Please build faster. I don't have enough money to spend on this kind of stuff. Oh, yep, everybody's dead. Literally everybody's dead, so that's super rough. I honestly, I don't really know what I expected, but we don't stand a chance, so I'm going to restart. Let's run that back one more time. I'm confident that now maybe I can solve this problem, now that I know I have a good understanding now of where the enemy is. They're literally at my doorstep. So I think what I need to do is I need to make a front of turrets to kill them. So we're gonna do that, and we're gonna hope for the best. So, yep.
Scouts reporting for duty.
Not my smartest strategy, but you know, I mean, you do what.
Scouts reporting for duty. Yes, my lord.
You do what you got with what you got, you know, or whatever the saying is. I don't know. Something. Anyways. And then we'll continue to speed run.
At your command,
we'll continue to
strategic
speed
point
run
identified.
the development of the armory.
What is your
Because
will?
things are rough right now, man. Things are so rough.
Here to serve.
I'm trying so hard.
Area
Just
secured.
getting pummeled.
Here to serve.
Alright, servitor. I need you to just build
Area
a
secured.
turret just right here.
Build routine
Literally right
721 Initiated.
Scouts in position.
And then we'll go and take the next point, I
Infiltrating
guess.
enemy territory.
Okay.
Enemy spotted.
Who the hell Bro,
Scouts secure.
can you stop
Move ahead.
breaking my stuff as I'm building it? I just got here. You see how aggressive the computer is? How we just started the game, and I'm already having to deal with whatever the hell's happening here? As I'm trying to construct a turret? Absolutely deranged. Absolutely deranged. I don't understand how the computer keeps getting away with this kind of behavior, but absolutely deranged.
Sure. Build routine 721
Anywho.
initiated.
This is the kind of stuff I deal with, you know?
Yes,
This is the kind of
sir.
stuff, I'm just trying to have a nice time. You know, it's a
I will do as you ask.
It's a Wednesday night. I'm just trying to chill, relax, have a fun time, play my little Warhammer game, and then these Battle Sisters come out of nowhere and just ruin my whole night, you know? And Appy's gonna head out. Good night, Appy. I hope you have a wonderful, restful sleep. Good night, Appy-chan. Have a wonderful sleep. I'll be suffering through this for a bit longer. Hopefully we can end this
Yes, my lord.
missionary, whatchamacallit here. I think we'll be okay. There we go. Okay.
Scouts here.
One team can go that way.
Scouts in position.
Then I'll send the other team here.
Infiltrating enemy territory.
Okay. Should be okay. Well, actually,
Yes, my lord.
is this taken? We'll take that. Yeah, there we go. And while we
Yes,
wait for
Lord.
that, let's set up another... We can set up a heavy bolter closer now. So let's do that. And this guy's done too.
Instructions.
I'm gonna set up a line of heavy bolters, just so I don't have to deal with them anymore.
Yes, my lord.
What the hell is this? That's fine, I'm not gonna bother with that guy. Not yet, anyways. Let's build this first.
Position secure.
Unreal, but Understandable, I guess.
Taking
Okay.
damage.
I didn't do sniper training. Honestly, I don't think we really need to, but... Well, actually. Yeah, let's do that.
Scouts awaiting orders. Defending objective.
I'll have them defend there. Dude! They already broke one of my turrets. Oh, it's a special, that's why. Oh, please move away. This guy is... My servitor's stuck. I don't know what's happening.
I await your instructions.
Yes, my lord. Scouts in position.
Ah, damn it, they killed the servitor.
Here to serve.
Damn.
Initializing build protocol.
Okay.
Scouts here.
There we go. Nice.
Scouts here.
We have taken out a high-value target. Okay.
At your command.
Sorry, these scouts have been sitting in the back for just no reason. I should have
Fire.
sent them to
Moving
do
squad
something a long time ago.
We stand ready. Stay vigilant.
Okay, we'll stand over there.
Scouts in position. Yes, my lord.
Okay, nice.
I await your instructions.
I know how dumb this looks, but honestly, I'll put another turret over here. This way, at least the enemy is not too keen on just running straight in, you know, to kill us. Since they're our neighbor and all that.
Scouts in position.
Then we'll send our scouts over.
Infiltrating enemy territory. Scouts ready.
Okay. Things are looking pretty good. For now.
What is your will? Yes, Lord. I exist to serve.
Okay. This turret's almost done. Nice.
Yes, most beneficent.
This is honestly the area that I'm the most concerned with. But, damn. Where'd my servitor go? Oh.
I await your instructions. With all due
There
haste.
we go. Now, this servitor is good, so let's get another listening post in there.
Build routine 721.
Okay.
Defending
Awaiting
objective.
orders.
And I'm not too
Scouts
worried about this
awaiting
area
orders.
right here, so.
Scouts in position.
Okay, I think we're good for now.
Scouts in position.
Let's get our
Infiltrating
scouts to
enemy
go
territory.
further.
I command in the name of the Emperor.
And...
Heresy grows from idleness.
Oh, what the hell is happening here? Go smoke those guys.
Scouts awaiting orders.
Okay. Oh, actually, stand back line. Nice. Never mind. Stand front line.
Enemy territory.
Go capture that. Nice, dude.
Scouts
Taking
awaiting
damage.
orders.
We're doing pretty well right now.
Heresy grows.
We don't need to stand that close, though.
Fear our wrath.
Back up, back up, back up.
Heresy grows from idleness.
Okay. Nice. Oh, I didn't know you can upgrade turrets like that. Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, sure, why not? I had no idea you could do that this whole time.
Defending
Victory
objective.
countdown has begun.
I await your instructions. Initializing build
Okay.
protocol.
Ever vigilant.
We'll
Scouts
have our
ready.
guys continue to stand there.
On
And I guess
patrol.
we'll go here. And I think we should have one
Yes,
servitor not...
most beneficent one.
Oh, that servitor is doing something. We should have one. Oh, there we go.
Yes, most beneficent
Position
one.
secure.
I knew we had one that wasn't doing anything.
Build routine 721 initiated.
Okay. Oh shoot,
He
should
who
I make one
stands
more
with me
servitor?
shall be my brother. To me, brothers.
What I need... Okay, never mind. It's all good.
Instructions.
What I need is an armory now. So we'll make one of those. And then we need to research the squad invisibility thing.
Here to serve.
Okay. Things are still looking good. We have some spare cash, so I'll use that for another Space Marine squad. These guys are just standing around, so let's move them over somewhere else.
Scouts ready.
Maybe there.
At your command.
Okay.
I await your instructions.
We can make a machine cult.
Initializing build protocol.
Scouts ready.
Alright, we're doing pretty well.
Tagging heads.
Scouts advance.
Oof. The enemy is getting pretty bold. Thankfully, my Space Marines are bolder. Also, them standing here is pretty not very smart. Like, yeah, they're trying to break my listening device, and that sucks, but they're taking so much damage just purely from my rockets that this whole thing is kind of stupid. They're getting themselves wiped. For no real benefit, might I add. There's no benefit in them trying to stand here. I know they're trying to overpower me and whatnot, but I don't think they're going to win.
Fear denies faith.
On alert, brothers. The enemy must be
I have enough cash in this game that it just doesn't really matter.
Defending objective.
Okay. We're taking out so many heavy units right now.
5 minutes until control area victory.
Yes, Lord.
And this is free to... Oh, whoops. I was going to try to repair that, but I actually don't. I surprisingly do not have a turret to repair anymore. Now they're just fighting this random death cult assassin over here. Okay. Running straight into into fire is definitely one strategy.
Scouts ready.
Okay. Can we? No, that... Oh, actually, don't stand over there.
6 minutes until taken
Scouts awaiting
hold
orders.
victory.
Okay. I just wouldn't worry about those guys.
4 minutes until control area victory.
Okay. Alright. I am actually already about to win. So. Already no big deal. But on top of that, we can still make stuff, so. No big deal whatsoever. Oh! Hello to El Waspel. Welcome in. How are you? Welcome to the dawn of war. I was gonna say campaign, but technically it's skirmish. But welcome in. How are you? Elwas? Okay. Sounds good, Elwas. And playing this game too, but with a mod. Very nice. Which mod are you playing with currently?
I shall obey.
What
5
is the
minutes
mod?
until taken hold victory.
I haven't even... I mean, I'm not really one for mods.
My faith.
And I know this game is very mod heavy, but...
Yes, most
But, what was I saying? But I hear there are some good mods out there. If I were to install any mods, I think the one that I really need is the one that has the WASD keys. I think that would be good. I'm getting really used to moving around with my scroll press, but not the best at it, unfortunately. Did I research? I didn't. Oh wait, no, yeah, I didn't. Damn it. Ah, I was supposed to do that one. No! That's okay, we're gonna win anyways. But it's 3rd generation, niche mod but fun, got an official DE patch. What is DE? And it's fun because it's a vanilla plus thing rather than a slap everything on everything kind of deal, with a heavy focus on sticking to the 3rd edition lore, and as that is what Dawn of War 1 was based on originally. And DE is Definitive Edition. Nice! Very nice. Yeah, I have been getting into Warhammer over the past I don't even know how many months since like late last year, I think. So I'm still a little fuzzy on like the generation stuff, but I mean, I am enjoying Warhammer a lot though. But new factions, new units for existing ones. Chaos gets Traitor Guard to supplement the Marines, for example. Ah! Traitor Guard would be good. A mix of... a mix of normal infantry with the Space Marines would be pretty cool. I mean, I guess there's the Sniper Squad, but that's a little different. Should I just rush in? I kind of feel like I should just rush in. Okay, I just want to see. I know the enemies are right here, so I just kind of want to see what they've got going on. We're about to win in like 40 seconds anyway, so...
Onward to glory!
Even if they wipe me, it doesn't really... It's of no real consequence. I'm gonna win anyways. Oh, that might be a problem though. Well, we'll probably be fine. Go kill that guy though. That's rough. Okay. SOB gets replaced with which... Actually, wait, hold on. You can! I didn't know you could do this.
2 minutes until taken hold
Okay,
victory.
I was just thinking, why are they allowed to do that to their listening post, but I can't? I never bothered to look, that's why. So, that's rough. But Elwa says, Sisters of Battle get replaced with Witch Hunters, which mix Sisters of Battle and Arbites forces. Demon Hunters and Tyranids get added too. Ooh. So far, I've gotten into Warhammer by Space Marine. I wanted to play Space Marine 2. So, I'm a Gears of War guy. I very much love Gears of War, but I've been in a Gears of War drought for a really long time. So Space Marine 2 appealed to me a lot, which is why I played... I ended up playing Space Marine 1, I got into Space Marine 2, and then from there it's been a lot of Dark Tide, and Dawn of War has become my new addiction, but I haven't had a whole lot of time with this in the grand scheme of things. So all this is to say that I am a little bit fuzzy on certain factions, but Tyranids would be really cool. I really, really want Tyranids in here. That'd be super fun. I don't know how Tyranid buildings would work. I don't know how Tyranid buildings would work, but, I mean... Oh, I guess you could have, like, bio buildings, but... Anyways. Also, wait, what? I lost on one the other night. What was it? It was this one, I think. Riverbed? I was having a really hard time with this one, so we'll try this. But the Eldar get more aspect warriors, orcs get overhauled, their squad cap is replaced with an orc cap to go hand in hand with the whole orc pop mechanic, and a ton of new units that are codex based, etc. Nice. Very, very nice. I will have something to think about as I get better at the game. Currently, I'm just trying to survive. But it has been really fun to play just vanilla. Slowly learn from my mistakes. Slowly. Keyword is slowly.
Scouts
But yeah, I
scouts
can't believe
in
this
position.
game has not really been on my radar. Of all the Dawn of War games, I'm generally not a real-time strategy kind of guy. Before this game, it had no
Scouts
real
in
appeal to
position.
me, but this is pretty fun. And Tyranids in this mod are like a la Necrons, but not really.
Scouts awaiting
What the
orders.
modded implementation shares with the Necrons is the lack of requisition and the reliance on listening posts for speeding up production. The main differences is the units and the fact that the listening post generates power, and the Tyranids have no generators. Ah, very interesting.
Defending objective.
Indeed.
Scouts awaiting orders.
Very interesting.
Yes, my
And
lord.
it pushes you to rush map control. Map control currently is something that I'm looking to try to
Infiltrating
improve.
enemy territory.
But before you try to help, the
Scouts
quick
ready.
disclaimer of please no hints, tips, backseating, and spoilers. If you see me make a dumb mistake, just let it happen. I wish to make mistakes by my own
Yes,
hand.
most beneficent one.
But yeah, listening posts are generators
Here to
in
serve.
their own
objective.
way.
With all due
There we
haste.
go. I should have put a... Never mind. I don't... Can I? Wait. No, yeah, I can't do that anyway. Okay. But yeah, I need to upgrade the listening. Oh, wait, I didn't put one on there. That's why.
Secure. Scouts in position.
But yeah. We shall get there. We shall get there. Hold on.
Scouts in position.
What is your will?
Okay, this is the map that's been giving me a hard time. I haven't won on this map
Strategic
yet.
point identified.
I command in the name of the Emperor.
Yes,
Go.
most beneficent one.
Put a listening post. Damn it. Put
I
them
will
there.
do as you ask. Here to serve.
Okay.
Yes, most beneficent
And then
one.
I think we should be able to put one here.
With all due haste.
Okay,
My
good.
faith
I did
is
spawn
my
this guy.
shield.
I was kind of worried I
For
forgot
terror.
to spawn him, but he's right here.
To
There we
me,
go.
brothers.
But yes, we will be upgrading the listening posts right away. Right away. But the problem with too many builders is that I lose track of them personally. I always forget where I put them, so... Position at a higher rate. Good. Okay.
Here to serve.
Position secure.
Build routine 7
Scouts
to 1
awaiting orders.
initiated.
Okay.
Search commencing.
The computer's super aggressive, so I'm gonna put some guys up front already. Things are looking good so far.
Here to serve.
And go shoot.
I exist to serve.
Okay. Things are looking good. Ooh. I don't know you can make a skull probe. Nice.
Marine squad deployed.
I was dying to the
What is your order?
whatchamacallit, the invisible enemies for quite a while. Okay. But yeah, I know the wrench button jumps to the idle.
Here to serve.
Oh, never mind. If you click it more than once, it'll
are
show
the
you
Emperor's
everybody.
chosen.
I see.
Yes, most beneficent one.
Damn it.
Here to
Oh.
serve.
Okay. Here we go.
Initializing build protocol.
I haven't seen a single enemy yet, which does not bode well.
I serve mankind.
I'm gonna go find
Awaiting
some.
orders.
Go find somebody to kill. Oh, there's my skull probes. Go attach yourself to those guys.
Yes, my lord.
And actually go attach. Oops, wait. Attach to here. Oh, limit unit. Unit limit. There we go.
Scouts ready. Scouts awaiting orders.
Beware
That should
the
be good for
alien,
now.
The mutant. the heretic.
Hold up. There we go. But yes, the mod AI is vicious in the best way possible. It tried playing orcs against Tyranids, and these bugs build a reclaim pool as close as they can. The computer in standard is already, to me, it's incredibly aggressive. But I only just found out that I can actually upgrade these listening posts just a few minutes ago. So I didn't know you could do that. So anything I won so far was just with base listening post. I didn't know you could upgrade like that. But it's all good. It's all good. I prefer to make my own mistakes. Speaking of my own mistakes, let me... Oh, shoot. Ah, that's fine. I was gonna say what I could really use is a turret, but I can't. I need someone to guard while I do that, so...
Marine squad deployed. Yes, my lord.
I'll have to just move someone up first. Okay. To get our guys over there. But the vanilla is milk toast.
Position secure.
This vanilla AI has been giving me the work. I've been having such a hard time. Okay, those are my guys. Whoops. But I did just start playing, like 2 days ago. Shoot, wait. Unattach that.
Praise the Emperor.
Attach here. And attach here. There we go. Oh, yep.
We are the Emperor's chosen.
That is a huge problem. Not the invisible guys again.
Understood.
Actually, wait. No, it's fine.
Moving out. Awaiting orders.
Six minutes until taking hold victory.
There we go. Should be good now. Alright. Sorry if I sound like I'm glazing the mod, but I just love how it isn't add 30 factions because they exist kind of mod, but more focused, balanced experience. Ah. Yeesh. I love that for the mod.
Yes, my lord.
But yeah, I'm very much a vanilla player, generally. Not just for this game, but just in general, I'd say I'm very much a vanilla player. If it's not in the base game, I generally, unfortunately, do not touch it. Ooh. Oh, this is fine.
5 minutes until take and hold victory.
Okay, I feel like I can finally redeem myself after my pathetic loss the other time. Where the hell's my other servitor? Oh, right here. Go here. Oh, damn it. Actually, what could I... I'll make an assault marine squad. We'll do that. Okay. Looking at unification with distaste. I am really, 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 really looking forward to Dawn of War 4 that got announced the other day. I'm so excited, dude. I'm so excited to play Dawn of War 1, but in better graphics. Which is what I'm hoping it is. I mean, I don't know for sure yet, but... A man can dream,
4
as they
minutes
say.
until take and hold victory.
Where is the... Oh, there we go. The health bars. Yeah, they've got it. It's all good. Oh, excuse me.
Yes, my lord.
Increase our guys here, and then we'll move them over.
Objective acquired.
Okay.
Here to serve.
Yeah, this should be easy. Easy work. Now that I actually have requisition for stuff with the listening posts, now the game isn't as hard now that I have the requisition posts.
Here to serve.
But Before that point, yow. Absolute yikes. Okay. Now I feel like stupid rich in this game. Now I'm super rich.
3 minutes until take and hold victory.
Let's see. I want a game in an apocalypse scale. So do I. I want a game that's like Warhammer... Total War Warhammer 3 or whatever they call it. But I want it to be 40k. I really want one of those games. Just massive scale. I'm a big Space Marine guy.
Heresy grows from idleness.
Or... I say that like I know a lot about it. I don't know much about Space Marines, but I'm very much, of all the factions, I am a Space Marine guy. And I want to see my Space Marines battle on a very large scale, as soon as possible.
I will do as you ask.
There we go. Nice. Oh.
Yes, my lord.
Did I just move my... Oh, no. Okay, we're good. The tabletop game rules pack that literally suggests playing on the floor if you don't have a big table because the terrains and amount of minis are so massive. You know, because of Space Marine 2...
Victory countdown has begun.
Because of Space Marine 2, I ended up getting... what do you call that? There's a Space Marine 2 paint set with Titus and like 10 Tyranids. And ever since then, I've been getting into the Warhammer painting side of things. And it's pretty relaxing. It kind of sucks that a game store that carries the paint is not someplace I like to visit very often. But it is exciting. It is very exciting. I am loving... What the hell was that? I'm definitely loving painting the figurines.
6 minutes
So far,
until take and hold victory.
So far, I've got that Space Marine set with the 10 Tyranids and the 1 Titus. I got 10 of the Infernus squad, I think. Space Marines. And most recently, I got the Dark Tide set. Because I love Dark Tide. I play way too much Dark Tide. So, I'm excited to start painting that. Hopefully soon, but we'll see. I still have to cut them out of the tray and whatnot, so... Still got a bit of a ways to go. We have a dumb amount of money right now.
At your command. Ever vigilant.
Use the money. Use it or lose it. Okay, we'll set that, guys. Dang, this is kind of easy now. Now that the listening posts give me so much requisition. The reason I kept losing is because I never upgraded the posts. So I had like no requisition at any given moment. I couldn't afford anything. And I would get killed. But now it's all good, so. Anywho. But Elwas says, I'm an orc and an Eldar guy. I know of the orcs, but I'm not too familiar with the Eldars. I don't think. And is it because of an inconvenient location, bad staff, or what? It's an inconvenient location.
Position secure.
It is an inconvenient location. That's all. But, ooh. Nah, this is fine. We'll be fine. Let's put some snipers on that guy. We'll be alright. It's already retreating. It's no big deal. Okay. But yeah. What I need is paint. Oh, actually, wait. No, go back. There's guys right there. Where?
Yes, Lord.
I should have been making a building. Actually, I can't. There's no money. Can I? No, I can't. I'll just put one. I know this might be a little bit of a waste, but I'll just put one down here just to be absolutely safe.
6 minutes until take and hold victory.
And I'll put one here just to be annoying to the computer. There we go. Okay. And Dark Eldar, not regular. Welcome into Grizz. Welcome in. Regular Eldar, Ma. Dark Eldar is where it's at. Nice. I have not seen it. Is an Eldar a playable faction in this game? The base game? I've just been fighting whoever. Been playing on random. I didn't do the campaign yet. I wanted to get good at skirmish first. But both Eldar and Dark Eldar are. Nice. Very nice. I'm gonna have to read more about them in the Warhammer lore. But how are you, Grizz? How have you been? How has life been for you?
5 minutes until take and hold victory.
Grizz, are you too excited for Dawn of War 4, perhaps? Maybe, mayhaps? Who knows? I want to take out this vehicle over here. Oh, actually, we're really... Wow. I didn't realize how far away the base was. We might win already, but I didn't realize how far away the base was. Okay, well.
I await your instructions.
Machine cult.
Initiated.
And...
I await your instructions.
Sacred whatchamacallit.
Initiated.
And go this way. Okay. Dark Eldar have some of the best, deepest, thickest lore. Ah.
4 minutes until take and hold victory.
Are they humanoid at all? Or... I've been noticing a lot of, like, humanoid enemies, but not quite humans, necessarily. And Grizz says, I don't have a PS5. But Grizz, don't you have a gaming laptop? Oh, what the hell is that? Warp Beast. Who am I even fighting? I don't even know what faction I'm fighting. I don't recognize these guys. Hold on, we have so much money to spend. Just spend it. Spend them. Spend them. Okay. Just buy literally everything.
3 minutes until
nothing matters. Just buy it. Shoot, can I not put... Wait, what?
I shall obey.
I hear Dark Eldar voice lines. Those are Dark Eldar. Nice, perfectly topical. Just the moment you bring them up, here they are. Very nice. Shoot, these guys have been standing around this whole time and they haven't even captured the thing. My bad.
I have awoken.
Oh.
I am ready to serve.
My Dreadnought is ready. Nice. Actually, let's make one more builder. Why not? Well, we can make two. Put that there. Okay. And then we need... Oops.
2 minutes until take and hold victory.
Another... No, we can't. I keep forgetting you can't put it on there.
For the Emperor.
Shoot.
Walk softly.
Alright.
Carry a big gun.
You're fighting the Dark Eldar. They will feed your souls to Slaanesh to avoid thirst. You'll get it once you read the lore. Okay. Sounds good. I'm not too worried anymore. These are... I'm getting so much requisition. I never had this happen to me before. Where's my Dreadnought? There we go.
Back to war.
Bring my Dreadnought over. This map is huge.
Yes, Lord.
Go keep building stuff. Just, I don't know what. Just build anything. I don't know what.
Yes, most beneficent one.
It literally does not matter. Just build something.
1 minute until take and hold victory.
I will do as you ask.
Okay. Oh shoot. What did I do with my apothecary? I thought I made some. Oh no, they're still in the queue because of this research task. That's why. Whoops. Forgot about that part. Honestly, I'm kind of ready to just throw some people into battle. Just because we're already at cap. It doesn't even matter if anybody dies at this point. Okay. Something the tutorial doesn't teach, you can mark multiple units, press Control number 1, and when you click 1, it insta-marks that group for you. Ah! I see! Thank you, thank you. I'm gonna forget about that, but... Oh! Oh wow. I didn't realize it would be that quick. Okay. Well, I feel redeemed now. Alright. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to end, because I'm like almost 20 minutes over time. Normally, at Elwas, normally I start 3 hours ago. So, but tonight I wanted to play a little bit of Rogue Trader, and then we played a little bit of Dawn of War at the end, which is where Elwas came from. But you can have regular Marines on 1, Assault on 2, Dreadnoughts on 3. I see. Nice, nice. Okay. I'll try to get better at Dawn of War for the next Dawn of War stream. Currently, the plan is to do Darktide on Friday. Saturday is going to be a variety stream, but I would like to do Dawn of War at some point on Friday. Or Saturday. And then we'll kind of see where we go from there. But definitely Darktide on Friday. For anyone out there that wants to join Darktide, you are more than welcome to. You just got to let me know that you want to join, and you got to be there when the stream starts. First come, first served. We probably won't run out of spots, but just to clarify. But thank you for joining us tonight, Elwas. Thank you everyone for joining me. Thank you too. Happy, Grizz, Mandy, Elwas, K Scott, Alistor, Kitsune, Kaio Kim. I think that's everyone. Thank you guys for joining me for a wonderful stream tonight. I hope you guys have a most wonderful rest of your night. And I will catch you all in the next stream, which will be Friday for Darktide. So let me do a quick check to see if there's anybody out there we can raid. Nope. Nobody that I know anyways. So, all right. Have a wonderful night, everybody. And I'll catch you guys on Friday. Good night, everyone.